It's now time for Jamaica's first and the number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk. Call us and let us have a discussion. All right. Greetings and salutations and welcome once again to the Sports Desk for another week, or, well, it's another day. Why may I think is month. And the name is Orville.
Yes, and the name is Christopher Zidane Matthews.
Well, I tell you people, I was enthralled in watching of the Ashes this morning. And let me say it again for the people who are not convinced that they are quality bowlers bowling in this time. I don't know if you do it. Rate who no one rate, because they were great batsmen before now. They were great batsmen now, and there will be great batsmen in the future. But one of the arguments that the bowling now is not all that. People who don't know if you do it. I'm watching the game this morning. Well, Stuart Broad took his 600th test wicket today. That can be a normal achievement. At home, he takes wickets at 25 apiece. At home, Jimmy Anderson takes wickets at 24 apiece. Say what you away from home, Anderson is up I think 29 and Broad is about 31. So away from home, they are decent. But at home, in their own conditions, they are a handful, may I tell you. 300 odd wickets for Broad at 25 apiece in England. Anderson 400 odd wickets in England at 24 apiece. At lunchtime in the game, for those of you who were watching the game, they showed back a spell that Broad bowled to England.
To Australia.
To Australia, where he took 8 for 50. All 8 were caught behind the wicket. And if you understand cricket, when a man take 8 wickets and all 8 were edges, either to the keeper or to the slip card, you know the something a curl, the something a bounce. When them get it right, this period is as deadly a period as England have. At home, you mean you could have arguments away. I say Mark would have leg some ball in the last 2 tests. Nobody will bowl 25 years ago for England or 15, 20 years ago. Wasn't bowling that quick and getting the ball to do things as well. I remember Mr. Joffrey Archer in one series. The man, fast people. What Mr. Mark would have do? Just jog up to the wicket and let go at 90 and 92 and 95 miles per hour. You know, stop making it look like bowling now. No. Find the time to respect some of the people that may operate now. Them not as ordinary as one think. The game nicely poised. I want England to win. I want Steve Smith to do well, but I want England to win because I want the 2-2 prediction. So
what's the score at the end of the day?
299 for 8.
Stark cooling out.
I
think he's last time I saw it was 90, not out.
Stark, I think, still about.
Yeah, man. I think he's still about.
But let me tell you something, people. Anderson and Broad gone almost 1,300 wickets between the two of them. And as Mr. in English conditions, they are mid-20s, 24 and 25. In any company, that is special. And on them day, boy, I may tell you. Anyway, what you have anything for
No.
I did that. Yeah. All right, so you know the numbers by now. 876-968-8117. By the way, you all remember the Australian journalist who we had hooked up with regarding the Lawrence book and thing. He's still helping to write Yaga's autobiography. We've been in touch. Him say Orville link to make we talk about the Ashes. So maybe we'll wait until after the series.
Yes.
Where we can link him and him give you a half of about the whole Ashes. He's currently in England on vacation, but we in touch. We talked recently and revived back the link. So at some point, and I may even do it after that test here, if Australia win the Ashes, because if Australia win this, then win the Ashes. As a matter of fact, if them draw this, then win the Ashes, because even if it's 2 hard, then Australia would retain it because they have it last, so England have to beat them. So let's see how it goes. we have that Australian journalist, obviously.
All right.
All right, the first one now,
Yeah. Mount Salem.
Mountain.
Yeah, man, Mount Salem up. Mr. Matthews, were you watching the? I heard Mr. Gill say he was watching. Were you watching it?
No.
It's just a pity that you were not watching it. Even though Smith got out for 41, I'm telling you, if the people in that think the man is a scratcher, they should have watched the man batting this morning. The man is no scratcher, Mr. Matthews. The man was in actual, he was actually in very good touch. Until I don't remember if it's Chris Stokes or Mark Wood.
It's
Ah.
Wokes.
Mark. Is Oaks?
I think I Wokes. I
One
Which
of
one?
them, either Mark Wood or Chris Stokes.
Jack
One
back
of them.
one from outside. You know, may I tell you, no normal bowling.
But didn't you see how he was in good touch before Mr. Gill?
Yeah, man, the first ball, the man face.
40 and 50 at ball.
This man that they say is a scratcher and a blocker. The very first ball in face was a hook shot before. You were watching?
Yeah, man.
Granted,
Yeah, man. I was watching.
Me think it was a little risky because the back was square. Had it been on the bone.
No. I'm just going off the premise that the people talking about.
The very first ball the man faced, the man hook for four as soon as Lion come on, not Lion. The England spinner, Moy Ali.
Yeah, man.
The man chip on it, the man way over long on for six. You know?
Yeah, man. He looked like he was really in business this morning.
Yeah, but
and that is the thing about it, you know. Like, yeah, one ball and you're going back to the pavilion.
testament to the quality of the bowling.
Yes, and this is it, and this is the thing that the people talk about not now. Besides, you can't make runs in the pavilion, you know.
Not at all, sir.
You can't make runs in the pavilion, and one ball means that your whole innings is gone. So when I heard Dwight Chapter was talking yesterday and was talking about and he was still talking about runs earnings and not talking about not Blackwood, the other guy. Banner, yes. He was talking about Banner. And still talking about runs that Banner make before people get him out. But even in the West Indies context, for a top order batsman to not get out is a big thing.
Yes, indeed.
So I don't know if Kill keeps stressing about runs per innings as if they did not out.
You know what we would do for a number 3 to be averaging 40 right now?
And I'm not,
Then,
I'm not,
no, but if you average 40, it means we take everything into consideration.
Into consideration.
What we would do for
all he's talking about is runs per innings.
That's what he uses. And that's him using Mount Salem.
Me, I listen.
But this is not one day cricket, Mr. Matthews. You yourself should tell him when he come on.
No, but may I agree with him. No, I actually agree with him. I prefer for use the runs per inning.
When me I listen to cricket.
Yes. Yes.
A joke thing that
when we are listening to the world class analysts that talk about cricket, which one of them you ever hear? Steve Smith run per innings is this or runs per innings is that?
Let me. All right.
Every single commentator in the world them talk about
the Ashes now is 2-1. You know that?
Yes.
The Ashes now is 2-1, right?
No matter what you say now, I prefer Shatu's method of runs per innings. I think it's a little bit better. I like both. I will look at both, but I think there's a greater disadvantage when you're calculating how well a batsman does when you consider a man like 9. I think in run
But I don't know. Zidane, you go like you understand what Bola say. From yesterday, I noticed you not going to understand what Bola say.
No, I don't.
What it is you don't understand Bola.
Bull is saying that.
All right, no, all right. Well, one question I go ask. Zidane, Orville, you are your team. If you put the here in a Manchester City goal, do you think Manchester City would have looked the same way when they are playing against a big team?
A quality passing goalkeeper.
Just answer the question.
But me
Do
answer
you believe they're here in a Man City goal with City would have looked the same if they were playing against Bayern Munich, Inter Milan,
no goal.
Dortmund, the big team there, because we not judge them versus the little team them, because little team them the keeper not get involved, because the little team them not touch the ball per se.
Oh,
So we're talking about a big team.
So Bull was talking about only against big teams.
But the big team will
I never heard Bull. Listen to the statement, Bramble Rooney. Listen to the statement. You cannot be an excellent passing team if you don't have an excellent passing team.
You can't be an excellent passing team without.
So you disagree with Bull?
Eh?
You disagree with Bull then?
But tell him to change him thing, not rambling, because you understand what he say. You know exactly what he was saying, Zidane. Orville might not understand what he say because of the mother and their football, and Orville just watch one team. If he not watch a team or any at all. But Zidane, you watch football and you understand football and you know what's happening now, and you know the importance of a passing, a passing keeper. Because if you put it here in a City goal, City will not look the same, my boss. You understand me?
That's a
put me here in a City, against Bayern Munich, against Inter Milan, against Real Madrid, against the top team, them, he will not look the same. City will not look the same. And Zidane know this from him heart. And I'm arguing with Bull, and he knows exactly what Bull are trying to say.
Can I give you 2 words to describe all what you just said?
Say it.
Complete rubbish.
It is rubbish. Ask Zidane if a rubbish you attack.
It is complete rubbish to tell me that City will not be an excellent passing team.
No, that's what say.
Then that's the argument.
I said to you, if you put the here in a City goal against Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Inter Milan, City will not look the same.
Will they still be an excellent passing team?
They will not look the same, my boss. That is what I'm saying.
Whether them look the same is not the issue. Will they still be an excellent passing team? Bull said they won't.
Yeah, them have a passing and the big one pass very well.
Will City be an excellent passing team irrespective of who are key? But that's the question.
Didn't understand what Bull was saying, but he rubbish the man thing. No, exactly
I didn't hear Bull say.
As long as you agree that City will still be an excellent passing
team. Be a decent passing team.
Me never said decent, sir. Me say excellent passing team against anybody at all.
You think so?
I don't think so. I know so.
You think so? You watch Liverpool play against Manchester City without Alisson and something. You think so?
Big Man City are gonna look just as good at passing.
No. Let me ask a question. What's been the best passing international team in the world in the last decade?
Spain.
De Gea was the keeper of Spain once.
Once? Who pressed Spain?
Go again.
Who pressed Spain? Because we hear about
No. Don't try that. No man, don't try that. Rooney, Rooney,
who pressed Barcelona?
Pick up yourself, I guess.
No, brother, I guess. Who pressed Barcelona back in the day?
Man, he got clean.
Who pressed Barcelona back in the day? Hold on.
Look what Sean did. Sean, inside of the argument you're there. No man, Sean, I go probably just take the other man inside. Just for the fun.
And not for the fun, Sean, football.
Big man, it's the biggest foolishness me where you're both talking and like.
No. Hold on. Zidane. Bull make a slight mistake. Bull never explained proper. You know exactly what Bull was saying, but you just played dumb. You understand it?
All right.
Anyways, Orville.
Yes, sir.
Arnold Donald. How fast Arnold Donald is the ball?
Rapid.
How fast Raul Pindi Express is the ball?
Rapid.
How fast Waka Unit is the ball?
Rapid. They were quick.
Very quick in a brand like this. So for your time, you had more fast bowling back in a brand like this than what in a Steve Smith days. Because apart from
why you want me to say something when me
because I don't talk when me
you're misinterpreting. You're misinterpreting what I'm saying.
No. Do you have more pace bowling now than when you have back in the day? You fast bowling?
You completely
I'm asking a simple question.
Probably you have.
probably you have.
Listen to the point I was making. Listen to the point I was making.
Yeah, listen to the point. Yeah.
The Indian bowling attack is better now than when Lara used to play.
Them not have no pace bowling the ball.
Them pace bowling better now than when Lara used to play. The New Zealand
better now than when
Lara used to play.
What are you talking about?
Lord,
Really?
if you don't know that Umrah and Shami and Yadav them better than when
Orville. The pace bowling now is better than back in the day.
The Indian pace attack
And
now.
because the pace bowling now is better than the back in the day.
Rooney, we have another one. We talk again.
Answer the question.
You're too difficult to
The pace bowling now, not about blocks, not about the pace bowling now is better.
Listen to the radio after we hang up and learn.
I will try and...
Yeah.
Your home is your castle. Fill your house with exceptional home decor from Carmen's Collection. Visit our showroom at 112 Constant Spring Road, Mondays to Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The time, courtesy of Carmen's Collection, is 1:30.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, Edgechem, Any Bet, and Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill.
Golf star number one, Scottish Scheffler, has been watching valuable online videos of Rory McIlroy and Tiger Woods' open wins at Royal Liverpool to help him prepare for this week's championship. McIlroy won the 2014 Open, while Woods won the 2006 edition. Scheffler stated that he does not remember much of Rory's win, but he has visited it on YouTube. The 27-year-old went on to say that the course was pretty similar to the way it is now, so it's a good tournament for him to look back on. That is Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmore Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-929-9146 and in Maypen. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Any Bet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly at a Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. Betting on your favorite sports and virtual games just got easier with AnyBet, Jamaica's premier online betting website. Visit us at anybet.com and sign up to enjoy our exclusive games and betting options at your fingertips, plus $1,000 welcome bonus. Try out our 200 instant games and our spin and win game with 34-1 odds. Also enjoy 10% weekly cashback on pre-match and live bets. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to wager. Any bet, your best.
With so much to do in one location, make Mega Mart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs, grab a bite and pay some bills, fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy, all in one amazing location. My Mega Mart, the best value by far. My Mega
best value by far. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so remember who from the room understand the point I was making. We glibly, said, glibly after the top of the face. Oh, Lord, of face better bowling. All men was go through the attacks. The Indian bowling attack in the last 10, 12 years. With Yadav and Shami and Kumar and Bumrah. India could not find any 4 such fast bowlers of that quality when Lara. With Ashwin and Jadeja, even if you could argue that India had 2 such spinners, it close. Maybe Harbhajan and Kumble, them 2 men are now similar class. But overall, I think India bowling attack better in the last 10, 12 years. New Zealand bowling better now than when Lara plays. Just a fact. Neil Wagner, Trent Bolt, Tim Southey, the brother named Jemison, and if you are the fast boy named Lucky Fred, in a Lara time, them they have as good a bowling attack. England, Now, even if you say that Flintoff, them and Harmis, them and Angus Fraser, brother, but Stuart Broad and this not know, and the pace of Mark with a bull and Archer them a bull. If you had to choose an all England bowling attack of the last 30 or so years, and this number must be in that attack. You get the point I'm making? So it's not that far different. South Africa, you probably say Alan Donald and Pollard them and NT them would probably have the edge. But Rapada and Steen and Philander them not that far behind us. Uno are going. Uno are going like it's some night and day difference. It's not true. That's all the point I make. So when I made the point about Wood, what I was saying is that Lara never faced such bowling from not England fast bowling. I feel that Lara never but nobody in England at that pace. Not where Wood a bowl now. So I wasn't talking worldwide. I was comparing attack for attack. England, New Zealand, India are better bowling attacks now than when Lara used to play. And South Africa probably not far ahead. I will give you Pakistan and some other thing. It's not as far as you think. That's all. All right, what we have now, Sean? 876-968-8117. Uno call and let the voice bearer. Me not understand this bull argument, you know. Me always say me not debate callers, but that one they attempt me. The moon. A team cannot be a high quality passing team without a goalkeeper who is good with his feet in passing the ball. That is rubbish, boss. In modern day football. What? Football. If we are a good passing team, we are a good passing team. Yeah. The 1982 Brazilian team is probably the best passing team of that generation. We no business who they are keep and when did that do. Zeke and Socrates and Adair and Falco,
that team can
drop
pass
out your belly.
that team can pass by better than a lot of teams with great passing goalkeepers.
There
now.
you go, boss. We don't understand that, man.
In Bramble for true, man. Him get caught up in the pretty data thing and the we'll listen to the coach him attack and because the coach want the best for their team, you know. So if I was a coach in Orville, I would want a passing goalkeeper.
No, of course he
can
can.
talk it up.
Yeah. Man, if me are keeping a Pep Guardiola goal,
Man City is going to cut you apart.
Sure.
However, the fact that if right now Jamaica replace Andre Blake, who people criticize him to do well when the ball is played back to him and bang it up.
Yeah.
If we replace him with Edison, you know, Jamaica going to still poor in a position. US going to still ball with Panama, you know. No, if we switch them out and get some if we keep Blake and get some 3 high quality technicians in the middle of the park, we're going to dominate people in the midfield.
I don't care who is keeping for Mexico. When Mexico play in a CONCACAF, they will kill you with the ball. Who are keep is a relevant boss. Anyway, Franco.
Yeah, man, bless up.
Big up Franco.
Bless up, Franco.
Yeah, man, boy, I mean, I tell you, this season, yeah, boy, Tivoli lose a fun this season, Zidane, me, I tell you.
Tivoli?
Yeah, man.
Who's that?
Treasure Beat, yo. Pick up Treasure Beat. Treasure Beat. Treasure Beach Football Club. Big up on yourself. Do you know where they're playing their home match?
Treasure Beach? Not sure yet. I don't.
Yeah, man. I want to go.
Not got Treasure Beach them play.
They used to play. I don't think they're just really going to play there.
Because you know you have to have certain things.
Hold on, I can't find out now.
Yeah.
I can't find out.
Yeah, when you find out, please say, I hope it's down in States where I can go see them play against Tivoli.
Oh, yeah. Likely they're probably going to use Stets.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping
I
that. I've been trying to find out, but I haven't found out yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I haven't. The station not fixed yet down here, right? So I haven't been hearing the show down here.
Yeah, try 89.5.
Yeah, I try all of it.
Try all of them.
Not working down here. But I was about to say. Yeah. I've been hearing your program, but I've been listening to the other program in the morning. I haven't heard anybody say nothing about the women's football thing, man. Tomorrow, and I haven't heard none of the callers say anything.
What you want him to say about it?
Huh?
What you want him to say about it?
They talk about it like how they talk about all the sports.
Come on. When they get the World Cup starts tomorrow,
Exactly.
you will hear people discussing it as soon as we get closer to the game. Our game is on Sunday. We have spoken about it on this program a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man, we have.
Yeah, I haven't heard any of the callers calling and saying that the ladies ain't getting no love, in my opinion, man. But I want to wish them the best, man. They in a tough group. I'm hoping they draw that first game.
Hey,
They
France
draw.
is ranked 50th
50
in
in
the
the
world.
world, and Brazil is ranked what? 7 or 8?
How we find ourselves
It's
in
two top 10
group?
teams.
Man.
Two
Yeah,
top
man.
10 teams.
Yeah, man. They put us down in the dungeon, man. Within that group, man. I'm telling you, man, for real,
But just
man.
look at it this way: one upset, and you're going through. Are we supposed to get beat up Panama?
Panama. Yeah.
Yeah. So pull off a shot.
Exactly what
I
I'm
may
saying.
never know. Whole one of them to a draw. And you
Yeah.
look at some goal difference.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping we get a draw the
Yeah.
first night. And we get a draw, man. We're good, man. Because, man, I want us to go through to the next round so bad, man. Yeah, man. Them girls, man. I love them girls, man. For real, man. So what you say? We play. We open this thing Sunday, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
5 a.m. local time.
5 a.m.
Yeah.
You guys ain't bringing it, is you? No,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think we are, right, Sean? Sean,
Well,
Gunn. I think we're bringing the World Cup.
I ain't getting y'all anyway, but I heard it's on another station anyway. So, yeah, I can't, man. I don't know why y'all doing us so bad down here, man. I ain't get the whole year, man. It's been 7 months, man. Ain't hearing nothing, man.
All right. They are aware of it, my boss. That's
And
the
they're
best
working.
we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, for real, man. But Arsenal made a good signing, Zidane. They bought a guy from over there in what's that
From Holland.
from Holland, man.
Yeah, man. He plays for the Dutch team as well. He's a good looking player. Good defender.
Yeah, man, great defender, man. Plus he's young. He's only about what, 20 or something like that. He's young, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
More importantly, he's pretty good. And he's versatile. He can play as a centre back as well.
Yeah, man.
So,
Yeah, man. The English league is going to be difficult this year, I think.
mhm.
It's going to be real difficult. I mean, Man City probably win it, but they come in the top
We're
four.
coming this season, man.
You think so?
Let me know things. They win a cup second last year with a week with a lesser team. You know, so we improve.
We improve. Who else we bought?
The guy who scored the goal in the Champions League final in 2021, Havertz, he's there now.
She's on Chelsea.
Yeah.
Hey,
Now we also Declan Rice, even though I think we overpaid for him for sure, but he's pretty solid as an English midfield player. And the right back.
yeah.
Yeah, so we see improvement there. That is definitely improvement. So hopefully we don't lose anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still got Jesus.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, the Jersey just come the other day, man. On a
Oh,
long-term deal, yeah.
he need to step up, though, man. He's playing around, man. He need to start scoring some goals, man. That's what we got him for, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big up. Yeah, love.
Yeah, man.
Big up the Jamaican our football team, man, even though they got their teeth kicked out by Mexico. I was laughing at listening to some other sports program. People was digging them up thinking they're going to beat Mexico. I was just laughing to myself. Please, we ain't beat nobody, man. We beat who? Trinidad and who else did we beat? We ain't play nobody yet, man. You guys getting jumpy too fast, man. It takes a little time, man. Anyway, bless up.
Oh,
All right,
bless
cool,
up.
Frank.
Bless.
Omar Williams,
Everyone.
what's up?
Yes, I am here.
Alright. Well, basically, you know, end the gone, no? Oh, yes, officially.
Yeah, I'm seeing where Liverpool has agreed to a fee now.
And that was the right was on the wall. It's all applying man to that.
Well, that's a different thing. That is a different thing from it being official, you know.
No,
The writing being on the wall is different from officially he's now a Saudi Arabia club player.
but Zidane,
I'm just taking this Omar, man. Because you are telling me now that Liverpool has have agreed a deal. It means that you're saying that last week it was official.
Well, technically, right. I just said that it's fine. But the official part was the charm, but all who understand sports knew that it was going to be.
No, man. The Liverpool people just responding to the specific question that I asked you.
Oh,
I said, is the signing as he left officially?
Because Fabinho on it as well. You know.
Fabinho.
Yes,
I'm
Fabinho.
seeing where Morris look like he's gonna move to over there too.
Of course, the one I wanted because the one I moved was the money because I mean, as I say, we know next World Cup then this is not going to England plan. Even in Liverpool, much of Liverpool's plan either because to be the captain, you can't start the team. It says a lot about the direction the coach going. You know, so I always thought it, once Gerard moved down there, it was going to be something where Maga follow. And the same thing for Firmino, happy for Firmino to get a contract on that side as well. Because all of these players know them never play a World Cup. They win a lot of things in Europe already. So go and make the money for your
Yeah, man,
family.
take the easy big money, no, man. Last big payday in a football career. Why not?
Yeah, I understand. So I'll be excited that. So well the preseason started now. Jesus. Football looks like it's a I don't even want to say the league a little bit that this year, but it is really troubling to see most of the Saudi Arabia people in my head to down a Saudi, don't it? Yeah, because I feel like the next 3 seasons we have to look out for them people there.
Yeah. I'm seeing where the Croatian big top defender, some of the posting that deal is pretty much done for him to go to Man City. Guardian.
Yeah, man. I think I see something about it as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, for real. Well, as I said, the team, everybody has straightened up because it looks like it's going to be a cut after that one year again. But I see somewhere where I think Liverpool strength in a midfield today, now the preseason game. I think never going to do some more reading up on it because I started just to put a kid on here.
Yeah.
So I never get to see exactly what is today. Definitely.
All right. That's it. Are you holding?
Huh?
You holding?
Yeah, man.
We'll give you a couple of minutes after the break. We're coming.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
What's up, Sports Desk Massive? It's the new and improved. What you say? Can't stop to make a call. Well, you can still add your 2 cents by sending in WhatsApp messages or voice notes to 876-828-0925. What you say? During the Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m. Sponsored by BH Paints. Paint it. Love it with BH Paints.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. Back with you, Omar.
Yeah, man. What will say if anything for Jamaica to recover with a party?
No, well, in fairness, to him, man, that's interesting.
Oh.
So you can't be an excellent passing team if you don't have an excellent passing team. I swear, man, makes sense. Yeah.
That's why I never put in that extreme lead up to make it to say now makes sense for what.
Yeah.
Because you can't. That's the maddest one. You have to go for that. If Jamaica want to be a good passing team, they have to go for the Barcelona engine team that was Xavi and Iniesta with Messi.
Yeah.
You put that team there in a Jamaica now with Andre Blake, No
World
matter
class
who the
passing.
CONCACAF come, you better
They're gonna
bar
conquer. I don't know the CONCACAF. We're gonna the world. Biggest passing team in the world.
I don't know what man says everything and then he laughs. But
The
I
man,
don't know that big program, man.
the man said, "Me, I diss himself." He must laugh at the thing I've heard from an ex-football expert.
Then I may tell Bull said it.
It
Bull,
laugh
man,
at
oh
the
God,
good
man.
laugh.
Bull, you were part of the
Yeah,
World
man.
Cup
I bet
panel.
I
You cannot be an excellent passing team without a goalkeeper we can pass.
Foolish is that one.
There's no
Foolish
straight
step,
rubbish that, man.
Straight rubbish. But and for me, to be honest, I always say, I don't understand why a goalkeeper job, first job, for me, is saving the ball.
Yeah.
Once you have your job good enough,
Mm-hmm.
I am okay with that. So
Anything else a bonus?
Yeah.
anything else a bonus. So me not see where them get this foolishness and them gonna say your goalkeeper say Africa pass the ball better than how you can keep the goal. You know,
Then better make sure they try to turn and go to.
yes, yes, I see you out at the right when you just come out of the ball.
Yes.
I'm sure all of them are dead.
Yes.
But I'm going to say, we got the big program now, man.
Yeah, man.
But I talk to the good work, all right?
Yeah, man. Big up Omar.
Cool.
Who is there now?
Hello?
Greetings. Is this the omniscient Orville is in like Zidane?
Yes, indeed. Auntie Bramble. How are
Go
you?
on, Auntie Rumble.
Yes, one here now, giving thanks. We fear the man and so like in good health and good nature too.
Yes.
So far as that.
Yes.
So hear this. I'm a watch Sean with on the other side of the class, right?
Mhm.
May I observe something since the trials with the men's 100-meter runners, and you notice that every race that almost to take place now, Johan Blake is front and center in it, whether it's Continental Tour or Diamond League.
Yeah, him run 10:01 and 10:04 in his last two races.
So here's a theory I'm putting forward. And as I said, Sean can win on it at him convenience. But I am wondering, especially the last race in Hungary, where Blake bested both Ron Watson and I think is Ryan Chambers, the first and second placers.
Or was it fourth?
Eh?
Or a fourth in B?
No man. It was Chambers and Watson, man. In the race in Hungary. Sean can confirm, man. I'm not much in race. But what I'm wondering is if we have the possibility of a case. Remember years ago, we had a situation where the Merlin and Peter gave down the situation. Remember that, Arvin?
Them did as a Peter get injured doing.
I mean, no, but they also had
so them have to go find a case say somebody injured if they want to squeeze in.
But remember, they did draw a card one time. Watch this, look. There was an injury thing, but they did draw a card one time. And I think if you check the J3's rule, them have this thing about like either the third placer have to maintain the farm that they're running at the trials, or else if somebody else who's in better shape can possibly still get selected. I wonder if something like that is a
I've read that selection policy all the time. It was very vague, and it was only to get out Peter.
Yeah, man.
And then it raised its head again in 2008
with Shelley and DC.
With Shelley and DC. You say if Gold don't maintain him farm after trial, nobody will take out Gold out of the race.
No, we know that.
And if Shelley and don't maintain her farm, if Shelley and win the trial and go sit down on a beach in Honolulu between the trials and the Olympics, nobody will think of getting her out. This clause that they were coming with is only because they want their preferred athletes in. It doesn't apply to the big guns.
Well, the thing is, no, I am wondering though if we have the possibility of a case like that. No, where Blake is, despite what happened at the trials. I mean, those never qualified, never in the finals. But clearly,
no, them not going to do it for Blake.
You know, think
the bigger case we are making rounds now is with the 400-meter UT Rashid McDonough.
Oh Lord of mercy.
Medical exemption at the trial, never run, but drop a 44.03 you are there. Yeah. Third fastest time ever run by a Jamaican. Mm-hmm. The man who finished fourth at trial, man who finished third didn't have the qualifying time. Still don't have the qualifying time. Mm-hmm. So there's a case for McDonald, I think, to make the 400 flat team, because there's a clear case if the man will finish third don't have the qualifying time. But possibly not going.
No. Yeah, I mean, I know it's I know it's a bit of a stretch, but it was a last on me when I watched the race and she said the tables get reversed in terms of the performance. I think he even be looking at the race to Akeem.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So me just wonder, and because I remember those episodes, as you quite rightly point out, with Shelley and VCB and of course the Peter Gate down the Merlin thing. We know sometimes when preferred athletes come in the mix, these little
Them find them. They couldn't do it in 2008 though, and there were a lot who wanted them to find a way to get VC in and one of the top three out.
Yes.
But
as
you know,
I said, they just say, you know, the interesting here with Sean with that.
Sean, the man want you here.
You know, but
come with your factual opinions, man. The man want to hear your expertise. Sir.
Because as I said,
open Sean, mate. Open Sean, man. On issues like this, we yield to Sean.
We yield to Sean.
Yeah,
yes, man. We definitely.
Not when I talk football, but on issues of track. Sean, what you think about Blake and the big boy case that have now?
Well, let's touch on Blake first. About a half a second it should take. The Blake should just concentrate on the 200 meters. There's no spot for him at the 100 meters. The fact of the matter is, after trials, you have 5.5 weeks or 6 weeks after trials for the World Championships. So normally coaches will actually load you back up. So you'll be peak for trials, and then you load back up to peak again for the next 5 weeks. So you won't be running consistently fast throughout that 5 weeks. Now Blake, on the other hand, obviously he's peaking because he has a point to prove. Everybody else is loading back up, was qualified for the team. So it doesn't matter if Watson runs 10-1-1 or not. He's loading back up, as MVP athletes are doing right now. And then they'll get faster when it comes on to the championships because they've already qualified. Fordu plays second. He placed sixth in that race, ran 10.19 seconds. He's loading back up also. And then you have Oblique Seville, who finished third, who is actually coming from an injury. And he will get faster. So he's not loading back up. He's going to get faster for the next 5 weeks. So it was a touch and go if we don't make it. So you and Blake, go and concentrate on 200 meters, see if you can make it there, because not all qualifiers are there just yet. So that's what you should concentrate on. Let's forget about you and Blake and the 100 meters and the relay.
He won't be.
No, he won't.
That's
and then Rashid McDonald, I said it and I was laughed at the national championships, was cursed out. National championships that he did 43.9 shape. Everybody took me on. The fact is, he running 44.0 the other day proved my point. But I would love for him to go on the 44 seconds, the 43. And if he does that, he would solidify that third spot because Javon Powell, who finished third running 45 seconds, has not run for under 45 this year, has not looked himself this year. So I don't expect him to get that qualifying mark. And if it is that
44.9,
yeah. So if it is that Rasheen continues to go this way, maybe run one or two more races before. Right. If he runs that way, hand it in. He ran that first run 400 meters at trials. Looked easy, qualifying for the next round. Then he did not show up. Handed in a certificate. But the thing is, I think he should be there. If it is that Paul does not make it.
Here's the question I want to ask, my boss. I know you can hand in a medical exemption.
Yeah. No,
if you are
ask for medical exemption.
You ask for it.
Yeah.
And they'll consider it if you are top 3 in the world.
Right.
At the time when he asked for that,
no, he was not top 3.
He was not top 3.
But he ran a couple 44 seconds.
He clearly is top 3. No.
Yeah.
That 44.03 is what? Where does that rank?
So that should be the third fastest time of the year
in that world.
In that world, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, gentlemen, Sean, you know this too. You know where Russian is concerned. With all due respect, but you know it was a little sketchy when it comes to dropping those times. Can you remember the national record?
Yeah, man, the 43, 43 years.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm very skeptical where he is concerned.
Well, to be honest, he has been running very good this year. I think this is the best year you have seen of him in terms of consistency. He had run a couple 200 meters early this season, looked pretty good doing it. He gained a lot in terms of his speed. I saw that improvement over that distance. And in terms of his 400 meters, that has improved. So he has looked a better athlete this year than what you've seen from previous years. So, yes, he does a lot of things bad in the past, although he ran that national record. But I think this is more of an improved athlete. And if he does get that spot, you'll see a better performance from him at the global tournament.
All right, well said, well said. Thank you
All
for
right.
your input.
All right.
Orville, before we run,
Mm.
you say Ashley Green doing the autobiography
The
for
Yaga.
Lawrence.
Yeah, man.
Remember when they tell you already,
Mm.
take that river, that's your part of Patterson. We're not saying nothing else.
All right. Well, I will get Ashley on the program one of them day. I will talk some ashes, and I will ask for Pat if we can sort
Here
it.
you go. Thank you very much. Are you deal with it?
All
All
right,
right.
that's the
Let's
program.
see. Zizu, let's
Big up. We take a break. Coming back.
Get customized aluminum windows and doors at Hepburn's Glass Supplies, 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. 10 years of experience guarantees satisfaction. Call or WhatsApp 876-773-4799. The time courtesy of Hepburn's Glass Supplies is 2 p.m.
Health Alert is sponsored by the National Health Fund. NHF is here for health. NHF is here for you.
Avoid touching eyes, nose, and mouth. Hands touch many surfaces and can pick up viruses. Once contaminated, hands can transfer the virus to your eyes, nose, or mouth. From there, the virus can enter your body and can make you sick.
Health Alert is sponsored by the National Health Fund. NHF is here for health. NHF is here for you.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports morning show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. Time for our first selection brought to you by H Campaigns for people who dream in color. This one is from Blessed Messenger. Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I try to do this by myself and I feel. Only trusting in myself and I feel. But I could find if I can reveal. So me jumping on me car and I beat. I was feeling, crashing into people, fences breaking lights and overtaking in the wrong lane. Now I realize I don't know nothing about driving. I keep the keep the professional. Take me, Jesus, take me. Cause I can't live without you. Only you can take me seriously. So many times you feel with too good, too strong and with your cash. Never even take the time to read the manual. Lord, I cleared up the feet. I sit down in the passenger seat. Only you could take me through obstacles and the street. I was feeling crashing into people, fences, breaking lights, and overtaking in the wrong lane. Now I realize I don't know nothing about driving. I give the keys to the professional. Jesus, get you in.
Question I want to ask regarding this medical exemption. I'm looking at the rules and it says, oh Lord, I lost this section, that an athlete can or may be considered after medical exemption if that athlete is top 3 in the world. But that presupposes that that athlete was top 3 in the world at the time of the trials. In McDonald's case, he would have attained that top 3 after the trials. Does that matter? It clearly, because at the time of the trials, he wasn't top 3. You understand the difference with what I say? In other words, Usain Bolt, top 3, medical exempt, we'll still consider you. Does that top 3 matter? Don't you have, I suppose the question is, wouldn't you need to have that top 3 ranking
when you had
prior to national trial?
I would love to think that, but I remember a few years ago, Rashid Broadbell was in top 3. They handed in a medical.
He was or wasn't?
He was at the time,
yeah.
Right? When he had the medical, but after that, the top 3 disappeared. Persons ran faster times than him, so he wasn't even considered.
No. But at the time,
he handed in,
you were top 3.
Yeah, but the team hasn't been selected as yet, and they haven't met for this to select the team as yet. So when you meet to select the team now, then
you top 3 at that time.
You weren't top 3 at the time.
No. So hold on now. So you should
does
be
it make sense?
You should be top 3 when?
And that's the thing. As I'm saying, it's tricky.
That's the question.
It's tricky.
This is where the thing turns.
Yeah.
Should I be top 3 at the time of the trials?
Yeah. Which doesn't make sense.
Or at the time of the team selection?
That don't make sense. I mean, if you're top 3 at the time of the trials and then 20 persons run faster than you, that makes no sense to select you.
So it should be really at the time of selection.
That's what I think. But I don't know that's the rule.
At the time of selection, that is not the time when you were handing in your request for medical exemption.
I know, but you have to hand it in at that time. It's a must to hand it in at that time because you're not competing at that time. So there must be a reason at that time.
But I'm saying if me is ranked 20th in the world, I'm handing medical exemption at trials. It doesn't count.
Right. But I'm saying to
you, the top 3 that they say we'll consider your medical exemption if you are top 3.
Well, the thing
is the top 3 when the trials are keep or when the team.
I am thinking, and I'm not too sure on that, but I'm thinking it makes sense when the team is being selected because you can be ranked 20th in the world when you hand in your medical exemption. However, you're given at least 3 weeks.
No, man, but you know, understand this. If you hand in your exemption and you're 20th in the world, we are going to dismiss it.
Hold on, listen,
because the rules speak of you being top 3 in the world.
Let me finish,
Yeah.
All right. You could be 20th in the world when you hand in your asking for medical exemption. The fact is, you have few weeks before the team is selected. So within that few weeks, you could become the top 3 in the world.
Be the number 1 in the world.
Exactly. Yeah. Before the team is selected. No, at the selection process, are you going to say, "Oh, he's number 1 in the world"? No, and he handed the medical exemption. No, am I going to say just look at not paying any mind? No. So it's dependent on that.
I want to know how the rules should be interpreted because
it's all dependent on when they decide to say, okay, it is going to be admissible at that time, or you're going to take it out.
The question is, I'm probably have got to ask a guy, is that top 3 ranking that you need to have for them to take you, because they will not take your medical exemption seriously if you're not top 3 in the world. So if you are top 15 in the world, you will not be considered to make the team.
Remember, at the time, Rashid McDonald was not top 3, when he handed that medical.
But that's the point I'm making.
Sure. And it's still being talked about now that he handed
medical. Talked about by us. I don't know if the J3 is at that.
Well, that's the thing. The team has not been selected yet, so let's see.
So me I got to ask one from J3. All right, cool. Do I chat too? Hello. All right. Yes, today is Wednesday. Today is the day when you talk and I listen. That's just right.
Oh, well, let's talk about a couple of stuff in sports.
No. Is today the day when we try to have a conversation, or today is the day when you lecture?
Oh, well, we have a conversation about a couple of things in sports.
No, man, but we want to know which one of the mood me to take.
We'll make an exception for today.
So today we're going to what?
Today we'll have a conversation.
So you say something, then me say something.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I'm going to leave some of the other stuff for Thursday and Friday.
All right.
Before I jump in, a lot of people coming down hard on the West Indies cricket board about where they hosted that test match in Dominica. And I don't know, If you look at the details behind the whole thing, I don't see why you would blame.
No, I hear more complaint about the type of pitch rather than the venue itself.
But the pitch comes down to them, and a shallow go, they go prepare the pitch, you know.
Okay.
Some groundsman prepare the pitch.
Yeah, but me hear more complaint about that than the actual
No, man,
country.
there's a general complaint that the West Indies Cricket Board was silly to have sent the match to Dominica.
Well, I have heard less of that.
No, man, I've heard that. That
right,
has
so
been
you have
running. Yeah, man, on Mason and guests and all of that, people lining up. It was stupid of them to send the match to Dominica. You can't do. I'm sure they didn't look at the groundsman and say, prepare a wicket that can spin. You know, they sent the match to Dominica, and the facts behind it is pretty simple. The government of Dominica stepped up to give the West Indies Cricket Board $250,000 for hosting rights.
Yeah.
Also, in terms of sales, they're able to get, I think is a total, I must say, 11,000 people attending that game in 3 days. They had 3,000, 5,000. By Caribbean standards, I don't see anywhere else where they're getting 5,000 people turning out for Test cricket. And I don't see any other Caribbean government stepping up and say, we want to host a game. We will give you 300 or 400,000 US dollars to host a game here.
Okay.
See? So in terms of the dollars and cents of how the cricket works, I mean, I really, really didn't like the idea of us putting it on a spinning track. But I think more people are complaining about the board making poor decisions. Need to step up in terms of sponsorship, and need to step up and put up a good proposal in front of the board to say bring cricket to Jamaica. When last we get cricket at Sabina Park?
Well, I was saying yesterday that we understand that the government of Jamaica has not submitted a bid for any game.
Government of Jamaica
or the JCA.
Oh yeah,
has not submitted a bid
not?
For the 2014 for the World Cup coming year. When is that? Next year? Yeah. So we not submit. Chances are we won't get no game in Savannah either. So I understand that they have even extended the deadline to see if we would have submit, and so far as I know, we not submit.
What I'd love for you to do is to call officials at the at Jamaica Cricket and to find out when last we actually submitted a bid to host games here, Test cricket here in Jamaica. All right.
Well, 2 years ago we had Pakistan here for 2 games, so that was it.
Okay. All right. Cool.
2 years, 2 years, 2 Septembers ago.
Now on to some other stuff. Orville.
Yeah.
You see all of this thing that you're coming with Steve Smith and you're telling us about bowling. Just straight smokes and mirrors you're trying to pull on people.
Okay.
All of what you're saying is just for people like Mount Salem, who no matter what he hears, he will still line up behind you. How can you come here and tell us that the bowling in this year Ashes, man, top quality? How can you say that with a straight face?
You want me to say it again?
Yeah, man.
Anderson and Broad are as good a combination of fast bowlers, especially in their own conditions, as anything that Lara did face.
Okay.
From England.
All right, so let us check it. Anderson has a bowling average of 26, and Broad has a bowling average of 28 over
I'm
their
saying
career.
In their own condition.
Big man. Lara had to play cricket in England, and you had to also.
No, man, but at least attack the argument when me and make more.
Oh, so what you're trying to do when you're on this argument about who is special is that you're trying to truncate their career and only focus in the places that they bowl well.
No, they bowl well all around the world, you know. You don't take 600 and 700.
What is Anderson's bowling average in Australia?
Anderson's bowling average is under 30, almost 700 wickets.
What
is
is Anderson's bowling average?
I'm not sure, my boss. But Anderson's a quality fast bowler.
He is. You called it earlier. What is his bowling average away from England?
29.
29. And you say somebody who is bowling at 24 at home, 29 away, 28 when you look at all the test match cricket is as comparable a test bowler as Glenn McGrath.
I'm saying the English attack.
No, man, he's comparing England to England, Chateau.
Thank you. I'm saying
if you say Glenn McGrath who bowls at 21.
No, Chateau, listen to the comparison that he's making, man. He's not comparing these to other bowlers that Lara. He's saying that the English versus the English bowlers that Lara face.
That's my thing. I'm saying I believe that some countries' bowling attack now are better than the bowling attack that Lara had to face.
No,
I believe that the
Orville.
Indian bowling attack generally is better in the last 10 years.
No, Orville,
I believe that
Orville,
New Zealand
wait,
is
wait,
better,
wait. Slow
and I
down a
believe
bit.
that England is
Slow down a
arguably
bit.
better as
Slow
well.
down a bit, Papa.
So if you're going to attack a point,
No,
attack
just
that.
slow down a bit, Papa.
Yes.
I'm interested in the bowlers who Lara face. I'm not interested in just general bowling attack. And I'm also interested in the bowlers who Steve Smith face. I'm not interested in just talking about general bowling attack.
Then Steve
And
Smith
we're
know that
saying-
face and this number.
No, you make your point. We're saying that when we look at the actual bowlers who Lara face and the actual bowlers who Steve Smith face, Lara clearly faced better bowlers over his career. Now, is that a point that you disagree with?
I am not convinced that the gap is as wide as yours.
No. Big man, you said the last time that you can remember some of them.
Yes.
Of the ones that you can remember, do you agree that Lara faced better bowling than Steve Smith?
I can't say that because I don't know all that they face.
I said what you remember.
No, man, we need everybody to bowl to the
You
club.
remember, the ones who you remember.
My
Lara
answer,
faced.
my answer will not change. For me to know if Lara faced better bowling
No.
generally,
I
I want all the bowlers in the
Orville,
club.
come on.
But may answer this already.
No. But it better you say you will not answer the question.
I have.
And to pretend that you don't answer the question and answer something else. So we are saying to you, the bowlers that you remember who Lara faced. We're not asking who you don't remember, and we're not asking about all the bowlers. And the bowlers that you remember who Steve Smith faced. Can't you say that Lara faced better bowling?
No, it's not an easy call.
So you don't want to say that. Go to
No.
the break and let me come back with some.
All right.
We're coming back.
Design your dream home with Total Hardware and Supplies. We have windows of all sizes on special. Doors galore. Choose from our wide variety of porcelain and ceramic tiles. Experience the best deals on sanitary ware, jacuzzis, shower enclosures, and baths. Just to name it, we have it all. Come on down to 2 Aiken Hill Drive, Pembroke Hall. Call us at 631-7648 or WhatsApp anytime 507-0865. Remember, same day delivery available. Quality products, great prices. That's the Total guarantee.
I say of the Lord that He is my refuge.
This is your breakthrough hour with yours truly, Apostle Jonathan White, where the supernatural is simply natural. Join me here this and every Friday at 11:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. on KLAS. We will be praying for the sick, the blind, and the lame. Tune in and be blessed.
Him will I trust.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, Dwight, back with you.
Yeah, man. So when I say it's smoke and mirrors, when you come and you tell me how the bowling in the Ashes is great, these are bowlers who are bowling at 28 and 28 and 26 and 30. You tell me to watch Mark Wood. He has a bowling average of 30. When you come on the program and you tell me, boy, if we watch the adjustments that Steve Smith is making as his innings is going along in this year Ashes, that's what you told me, right?
Dwight.
No, that's what you told me, that I should watch how well Steve Smith is playing in these
I'm talking
Ashes.
I'm talking about Steve Smith over him career.
No, man, no, in this Ashes, you told us to
Career,
pay
me
attention.
attack.
No, man, for this Ashes.
All right, me I gonna say
you
career,
told
and
me
you gonna say this Ashes, and we not gonna stop.
you
Dwight.
never
Me
used
can rate Steve.
No,
Me didn't rate.
no.
No, man, at my time.
Let
No.
me calm down. Let me
Me
calm
didn't
down.
rate Steve Smith as the best in the world
I
long
know,
before
but
this Ashes.
during these Ashes, weren't you telling us to observe the adjustments that he's making as his innings is going along?
A particular innings, not the one that made him feel.
Oh, okay.
When he
So
made
for
his
all,
100,
for all the talk about how we should watch Steve Smith, he's averaging 33 so far in these Ashes.
fine. But of the
Yeah,
two,
but that's what I said when
all
I
right.
said smoke and mirrors.
It-
Let me hear Mount Salem come on. And him said, don't watch the score. Just watch how aggressive he was.
no, man, you missed the point that the man was making. As usual.
But let's turn to something else, Orville. Orville, did you yesterday call Bravo's name as the option to bat at number 3?
Yeah, why not?
Bravo.
Darren Bravo from Trinidad and Tobago.
The guy who is averaged 12 since he has come back into cricket.
The guy who averaged 50 I didn't
No, me just check if it's the same
You ask
guy.
me a question,
Okay.
let me answer one at a time, no, man.
Okay.
Raymond Reefer made the West Indies team on the back of an outstanding regional season.
What did Bravo average during that when
last
during
year?
That year? No. When the West Indies selector sat down and they had to pick somebody from the region to come into the team.
No, man, me I thought no, we know.
No, man, wait, no, King.
I am saying no. When we were selecting a squad for
the
India.
complaint about Raymond Reefer started from he was selected into the squad. And on this tour it started. You made your proclamations before this tour. And I'm saying, when the selectors were sitting down to select somebody. No, man. What was Bravo averaging in regional cricket?
I would have to double check.
He was averaging 5.
I'd have to double check.
So you are suggesting that the selector should have selected this batsman who is averaging 5 over this man who decided to bat at number 3 and average 50?
They gave Reefer a chance. I didn't.
No. You said at the top of
the man. You remember this, me I tell you, you not allow me if you say something when you say something. Them give Reefer a chance, fine. I didn't think it would work.
No, but you said he should not have gotten the chance in the first
Not
place.
to bat at 3.
So who should have gotten it? No. Yesterday, you said that they should have picked Bravo.
For this Indian tour, yeah.
Oh, so your answer wasn't to the original question that we asked. Who they should have picked in the first place?
I am saying Nkrumah Bonner.
No, Orville, just answer
last
me,
year,
man.
and this year now.
No, but Orville, just answer me, man. Me, I listen to you, You say we're going to give each other a chance.
Nkrumah Bonner.
When you said yesterday that Bravo was a better choice.
For the Indian series.
No, man. So you weren't given that as an answer for all the other times that Raymond Reefer was back in a 3.
My answer before the Indian series was Nkrumah Bonner.
No, man. Before yesterday, Bravo is not the answer to the question.
You, Nkrumah Bonner.
So now let's talk about Bonner.
And since last year's regional 4-day,
let's talk about the Bonner.
Darren Bravo. But we have to
yeah, man, do it. You've been on for about
10
minutes.
We have to leave. We'll
talk again tomorrow.
All right. So I'm looking at the trial, the J3 selection policy, and it clearly states that you must be top 3 at the time
of the trial.
So Rashid McDonald heroics right now won't make a difference if we stick to selection policy, unless the man we finish 3rd just don't make the standard.
Yeah, and that's why he has an opportunity.
Right.
If that person had made the standard, then it would be
a non-argument. Because he wasn't top 3 at the time of the trial. So it's not the time of selection. It's at the time.
But probably he realized that the 3rd man, or probably realized that maybe it's on the list going into the 2nd round. And
there's a window.
There's a window.
So I'm going to do him too.
Yeah.
All right.
Economist.
Hello. Good afternoon. KLAS.
Good afternoon.
What you say?
Orville, would you say that the West Indies cricket team now is an idiot team?
Yes.
Idiot team.
Yes.
What's your definition of idiot?
Not able to compete with the big boys.
I'm going to make a suggestion on your program. You know, when you go back and look at the archives of West Indies, bowling and batting, somebody capture all of those moments on film, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, you can create an AI, artificial intelligence with it, and help to develop new players to the system. You know that?
Well, I mean, explain.
Everything that you talk on this program, you see? You know, you can put it in a data bank and build an AI on it and get valuable information that can help a lot of people.
Boy, that sounds
That is what Elon Musk is doing with all Twitter and all those things, you know. Every time when you put something in Twitter, it goes into a database and the algorithms build an AI and all of the information, you know. Nobody in West Indies cricket not creating an AI for West Indies cricket to preserve it, to get information on it, so that we can reproduce a Brian Lara.
We can't reproduce a Brian Lara by nothing our way there, you know.
We can't.
No.
You believe in can't?
It's a very unlikely. Let me not say can't. For us to produce another Brian Lara, the circumstances under which we are play cricket from Liquor Boy stage would have to be completely different.
So who is responsible? Who is getting paid for that now in the system?
Well, you have CEOs and all of them something there.
Getting millions of dollars every month.
Well, I don't know how much them getting, but I know.
You know, one of the things we must do in our lifetime, we have to kill what is known as the status culture and replace it with a performance culture. I undermine all you ability.
Me know. Where say?
Too bad mind, you know.
Yeah, man, I will.
We don't want to listen to you and Dwight Chateau talk cricket. If all the two only sit down on all the board and them suck out some information out of you as your AI and put it in a freedom program, we get a better product, you know.
Why it could be worse. Put it away.
Dwight Chateau know him, I say that.
No, man, a good youth. Him just don't know how to allow other.
No. And you know too.
No. I'm saying my problem with Dwight is not his knowledge and his ability to interpret data. It's his unwillingness to have discussions rather than lectures.
Yeah, you and him ego clash. Orville, Zidane, you know that Shelly Ann Fraser is the 5th richest female athlete in the world?
In the entire world?
In the entire world.
Yeah.
The 5th richest athlete.
Give me the top 5.
I can't give you the top 1. I can give you the top 5 tomorrow. You know who's the number 1?
Serena Williams.
No, you're talking about athlete.
Oh, sprinters?
Yeah, me not talk about athletes who run on the track, man.
Oh, you're not talking about sporting.
No, I can't give you the top 5. You know who number 1, the girl who them ban says she have too much testosterone in her system.
Casta Semenya?
She made the most money out of track and field?
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah, I'm deadly serious. I don't know me say so. Coming from reliable Falls magazine source.
How would Casta Semenya make more money than Shelly Ann Fraser?
Type it in the richest athletes in the world and so I come up to you.
Richest track and field athletes in the world.
Seminar, man.
I find that difficult to believe.
You know that Brian Lara is the richest West Indian cricketer ever lived.
He have more money than the T20 man there.
Good Gail?
Gail, yeah.
Gail is the 2nd richest West Indies cricketer ever lived.
Lara did some wonderful investment, it seems.
Yeah, man. Hey, look here. Zidane. A 6 race around a track Saturday. 6.
Yes.
All the money where they want to make a Cayman has bought the millions.
Why only 6?
The trainers
because
only.
A lot of trainers withdraw them.
Still hasn't come back. Okay.
Yeah,
but I think the trainers were a united.
It doesn't seem so.
Why some of them decide to participate and some don't?
Well, Orville, you know, say if you're not a top 10 trainer, you have to work out special deals with your owner. If not, you're dead for hungry.
No, man, that's a different thing from the point I'm making. The trainers had a deal, so we go strike if we don't get what we want.
Yeah.
One weekend pass, no racing. The next weekend, some of the trainers them relent and
because most of the trainer them down there is one paycheck away from poverty.
Okay.
It's a weak industry, you know. And they know them depend on we the tail fight and the punter. If you got gamble Saturday, if it's 6 race, so that them can put for them pot on fire. And them a big millionaire a drive SUV and all them thing there. A joke thing I go on down a track.
Okay.
But you know what brand me Orville? Boy, you take it serious in Zidane. All the male-dominated sports in the West Indies is under threat. All the male-dominated sports, from the sports of kings, which is the horse racing, to the king of sports, which is football. Okay? All of the male, when it comes to African male sports, where we dominate for so much years.
What is causing that?
All of them are declined one time, someone.
What is causing that?
There's so much agenda I feel behind it because we're not getting enough investment in the sports.
So why would that agenda be against males and not females?
Yeah, because when you check the world politics, you know, the African male fertility, they want to kill it, you know. You never know.
So they feel that by killing sports, them kill the fertility. Yeah,
because when they kill the sports, like all right, let's say 900 people dead from murder since the year start for argument's sake. You don't think we could find some good footballer or some good cricketer?
Oh, so you said the aim is for black people kill off them one another. The males kill off males. And if them not do well in a sports, they're more likely to take up gun.
Orville, you know how much people go to prison
Economist.
annually in Jamaica.
Economist, where you calling us from?
Jamaica, me there, man. Well, you know how much male go to prison in Jamaica every year?
Tell the bartender hi.
Approximately 2,000.
The bartender look.
You don't see we have any cricketers in that. You don't see so we have any good sportsmen in that.
Big up yourself.
You accept the bartender look nice.
Bartender?
Yeah.
Orville, you take my thing for joke, you know.
No, man.
That's exactly what
you're gone too far, you know, with that theory.
We're gone too far with that theory.
The theory sound really, really far-fetched.
The theory said them might stop the meal them from the well in a sports because they want them to take up gun to kill off them one another. It sound like the bartender look nice and she a over-serve you.
You go and take my thing for joke, man.
All right.
Big up economists. You are the real call out here. We can't go around that.
All the best there.
Yeah, man, big up. We're coming back.
Visit Garrett Trading and Installation at 169 Constant Spring Road and 10 to 12 Cleardale Avenue for all your tiling and classic stone needs. Call 876-634-9773. The time by Garrett Trading is 2:30.
AnyBet now offers a third easy, secure, and convenient top-up option for your betting account. Top up wherever, whenever, using your Visa, debit, credit, or MasterCard free of charge to continue gaming. That's right, free of charge. Other top-up options include store deposit and bank transfer. Visit our website for more details. AnyBet reminds you to bet responsibly.
The Scoreboard, Mondays to Fridays, one of the best sports programs on radio. The Scoreboard features informative, investigative, and hard-hitting sports discussions with top-quality guests. Join us 5 to 6 p.m. with our A-list hosts as we inform and entertain. That's The Scoreboard, Mondays to Fridays, 5 to 6 p.m.
It's me, yes, it's me. Tune in to KLAS FM 89 with the German brother Frisco Morgan.
Your DJ is Joseph. Every Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. with
the undiluted gospel mixer on KLAS FM 89, the station of the star.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, Edgechem, AnyBet, and Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill.
Former Manchester City defender Benjamin Mendy has signed for League One side Lorient 5 days after being cleared of rape. The left-back, whose City contract expired in the summer, has signed a 2-year deal with the French club. The 29-year-old was cleared at Chester Crown Court on Friday of raping a woman and attempting to rape another. That followed a trial in January when Mendy was cleared of 6 counts of rape and 1 of sexual assault. He became the world's most expensive defender when City paid Monaco £52 million to sign the France defender in 2017. That is Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-929-9146 and in Maypen. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. AnyBet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly. At Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill, celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back and we have Chris Lynch. Chris Lynch.
Yeah, man, I have been on Zidane. What happened?
Yeah, good afternoon, my boss. We're there.
I hear me good. I have one bad spot, but
yeah, man, we're hearing you clear, man.
Yeah. Yeah, clear up the thing. When me hear it up, me clear it up basically for still. The track and field issue.
Oh yeah, man. Regarding
I
when.
see you come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you come back and clear it up, and it makes sense. You think it don't make sense that how them do it? Because you apply for if you're in the top three at the moment, you basically them are gonna consider the medical exemption. You think it's rubbish because the team not pick?
I think it's
somebody
fair.
did say that.
I can understand why
No,
they
it's
would do
fair.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
the more I
now
thought
people,
about it, because
suppose people just start talk about them injured and then start peak because it's not fair if one man have a peak for the championship, then for go peak back again for the next for the world championship or the Olympic. Then have a peak for the trials, then peak for the world championship or the Olympic. You understand what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yes.
it's fair, man. It's fair.
Yeah, because if you have a championship to select your team, then you want to know. So the 17th of July is the championship. You want to know how good you are on the 17th of July. You want to know the form in a reasonable. So if you can't compete, you want to know up to that point in time, what have you done? So if the top three up until that point, I think it's reasonable to say, listen, we might consider you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the guy will come fourth at the trials now. He have the qualifying mark.
Oh.
So while third place don't have the qualifying mark, what's his name? Barnes.
Oh.
I think he's an American and switched to Jamaica, basically. He have the qualifying mark. I think he run below 45. I think it was 45.
So he would have to be first preference. He would get first preference.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but boy, may I tell you, but Rasheen McDonald look good. May I tell you, J3s have something on them, and because I really and truly I think Powell don't look. I watch him from the collegiate season. He not look himself this season. So unless him really do something spectacular, I guess him would have run the qualifying mark. But Barnes right now have the nudge over McDonald because he finished fourth at the trials. And him have the qualifying mark. But boy, it's tough. Mood want to be in a guard girl seat. It's tough because the time of rushing McDonald I run a 44.03 there. A big time.
Yeah. As we said, the third fastest
I
time.
really don't want to be in him shoes, for telling the truth. Because anyway him go, it's just that, but if you play by the rule, you must select the youth when him.
Yeah, but to me,
you
it's
play by anything outside of that, you break the rule,
Yeah, McDonald wouldn't have no case as long as we have three other people.
Yeah.
We'll make the qualifying time. Because he wasn't in the top three in the world at the time of the national championship.
Yeah, so anything outside of Barnes,
that's it done for me.
If Powell don't make the thing, it basically say, you say if Barnes never have the qualifying mark now and Powell now have the qualifying mark, the third and fourth place,
right.
McDonald would have look good right now. I sit down at the driver's seat and I say, yeah.
Yes.
But it gonna look bad. I don't think, well, you said them break the rule already, big man. So
No. You mean in the Peter Gay case?
Yeah.
No. In the Peter Gay case, there's a part of the J3 selection policy that you must maintain competitive form and fitness. But competitive form and fitness is a nice way of saying we are going to pick who we want. Because if Bolt now show no competitive form and fitness, if Bolt comes to the trial,
then they move away from that now because
no man, you still have to show.
And they can't change it.
To what?
No, man, I say them to move away from the rule in the at that time because I think it's more clearer now because them realize that.
No man, the rule. I'm looking at what I think is the latest selection policy,
and that's the same thing.
And it speaks to after trials, even if you finish top three, you must maintain competitive fitness. I think is the term they use. And I'm saying that is for only small fry. Because if Bolt win trials...
So Machine McDonald have a little place...
No, because McDonald never finished top three at the trials.
Yeah,
remember the rules about maintaining competitive fitness are for the top three at trials. So in other words, they are telling you that even if you finish top three at trials, it's not automatic that you're going to be on the team. You have to show, say, you're still fit. Competitive fitness. But me I tell you, say, Bolt not need for sure that. Bolt can't go down and a lule upon the beach after trial. He will be selected. Them not going to ask Bolt
that's true.
For proof
the other thing is that McDonald did run a sub 45 couple days before that time. So for the people who are saying sketchy and thing,
yeah.
Yes, was a long time ago when him run the national record and thing. But him run a sub 45 and then him follow up with a big time, brother. So
He look good, man.
it's not sketchy.
He look good for
look
you,
sketchy to me again. Him look like him there on a mission. But it look like him going to get squeezed in at the relay team as for run the 400 by himself.
But here's the other thing for me, Chris Lynch.
Yeah.
As far as I'm understanding, you ask for a medical exemption if you are top 3 in the world. If you are not top 3 in the world, then why are you asking for medical exemption? Medical exemption is only considered based on my understanding of the rules if you are top 3 in the world. So if you are the 7th best in the world,
I think based on the event.
Or some event different.
I think based on the event, Orville. No, I think him and look film handlers them probably look on it and say it's not one of our stronger events, so him probably had a shot at it. Because
but the rules don't speak to different events to what me look on and say. If you are top 3 in the world, we will consider you medically exempt.
Me say handlers realize that we're not strong in the event.
Yeah, so everybody do have the qualifying time. Because what if he did not? What if he follow the rules and don't apply for a medical exemption? Would he have a chance?
No, I'm saying you should only apply for medical exemption if you're in top 3 in the world.
Yeah, man, we hear that, Orville, but we are saying that in the 400 meters, they don't have 3 people. We don't have 3 people that has the standard. So maybe they look at that and realize that say the quality is not
there. Yeah, how would they looking that it's not our
But did he ask for, well, no, my boss, that's not me ask a question. At the time when he asked for the medical exemption, the final not run it, so they couldn't have known, say, who come third wouldn't run.
But they know what they know what the standard. They know what the standard was at the time.
Yeah, at the same thing, you say 5 times in Orville.
No. What me just said a while. No. What me just said a while. Me never said before. Listen, what me I said.
No, man, you say it already, man. May I try.
I did not say what me said. I am saying at the time when he asked for a medical exemption, the 400 final not run yet. So he couldn't have known that the youth will come third wouldn't make the qualifying time in the 400 final.
Yeah, but you have to put it in the mix. What if it doesn't?
Why are you putting it in if you are not in the top 3 in the world?
It's not just the final.
You're saying
event. That's why I'm saying what's based on the event.
All right. If you are tracking the athletes and you realize that they are struggling, and you are coaching your athlete, I realize that he's projected to do extremely well. You're going to put in the medical exemption because you figure that you don't know for sure in Orville.
My understanding is that it doesn't matter on other athletes. You have to be top 3 in the world.
Let me ask you a question, Orville. If you
for it to be considered.
Hold on. If you have no 400 meter athlete with the standard, what do you do?
If what?
There's no
talk about the J3's rule.
No, but I'm saying with the same rule. If you're the J3 president now and you run your finals and no athlete makes the standard to go to the World Championship, what do you then do?
Well, that's a different.
There you go.
No. But I am working with a rule. I am working.
I know. But I'm saying there has to be a leeway in terms of with the standard.
No. What may I address that?
No, man. We know what.
Maybe I'm addressing the way the rule is written. Who is saying that may I blame Big Boy?
No.
I am saying the J3.
You not blame nobody.
The J3 is saying we will consider your medical exemption if you are top 3 in the world. That says clearly, if you are not top 3 in the world, don't send us no medical exemption.
That's for other. Yeah, we get that in the
That is something I'm
saying.
saying.
The J3s can't do it if they do have people to go to the championship.
Orville.
Yeah.
As team handlers them know the rule, obviously, and know about
there you
team
go.
handlers them know about that. So so now we have come up with a reason as to why now them realize that their circumstance might be a little different because of the qualifying mark. Them are target and realize it. You know, it's probably 2 man probably not make that qualifying mark and will still get a chance based on going back to the circuit and performing. That's all having. They must know the rules. So it's not that him not know the rule or he just have figured out the event. That's why I'm saying it's just based on this event. He realize that most of the people them probably don't come up with the qualifying mark.
Yes.
But 2 man gone with it and 3 people overall in Jamaica as the qualifying mark. Right?
Let me just read it. Let me just read the part of the selection policy that I'm looking at. Section 7. Athletes who are ranked / listed in the top 3 in the world for their event, who are ill or injured at the time of the national championships and are granted an exemption from competing at the championships may still be considered for selection provided that they are able to prove their world ranking form prior to the final submission. So what it's saying, athletes who are ranked, listen to what I read yesterday. Athletes who are ranked in the top 3 in the world for their event, who are ill or injured at the time of the national championships, and are granted that exemption, that. It means that at the time of the championships, you must be top 3 in the world, or else you're exemption.
But we get all of that. We say all of that. You say all of that.
We get all of that.
20
we understand that fully.
Yeah, but I'm saying the reason why they sent it in is to give him a chance. Simple as that.
Yeah, because
you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, if you don't, you have no chance.
Exactly. You play the lotto. If you don't play, you don't have a chance.
Yeah.
So you're sending in your medical for a chance, because if everyone had got the qualifying time, and I think he's talking about Zidane Barnes. Zidane Barnes plays 6th at the national championships. He has a qualifying time.
Oh,
but he plays 6th. He plays 6th.
Oh.
Zidane Barnes. No, Zidane Barnes is a Jamaican. Go GC Foster College. Came 2nd at the Racers Grand Prix. That's when he got the qualifying standard. But the fact is that he is there, but he hasn't run since.
Competitive.
He has to run since the trials. So maybe Maurice will make him run after that. But he's the only other person with that qualifying time, Zidane Barnes. But the fact is that you're handing that medical, hoping by giving your athlete a chance. That's
but Sean, as may I say, based on how the rule is written, you can get no chance.
No. You're not top 3 in the world. Ovid, stop. Zidane just point out to you. But obviously, but you just understood. Because Zidane just
we will accept your exemption if you are top 3 in the world.
You're repeating yourself. Zidane just point out to you, if you don't have everybody with a standard, what you going to do?
The rule is, if you are not top 3 in the world,
what are you going to do?
We won't consider your exemption.
No, you have to. You have to consider it.
Not based on the rules.
Listen to what I'm saying. If it is that you don't have a person who qualify for the race, you don't send anybody?
Yeah, that's the
John.
No, I'm asking you. You don't send anybody?
The rules say,
we know what the rules say.
You if you're not top 3.
Could you answer the question? You don't have to come back, man, because you answer the question already. By not answering.
We're coming back after them.
Get running. Stay fit with the latest brands and styles at Western Sports. Running, walking, trekking. Western Sports has the shoe just for you. The time by Western Sports is
2:45.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Supercenter is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Linston. We have it all, from linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Supercenter, we're gonna make you smile. Ascent Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
This is your television and radio preacher, Bishop Dr. G.G. Cooper, asking you to join me on KLAS Omega Radio 89.1, 89.9 every Sunday at 6 p.m. for revival time. Enjoy 60 minutes of old-fashioned, Holy Ghost anointed, yoke-destroying, burden-removing praise celebration.
One Copa It's me, yes, it's me. Tune in to KLAS FM 89 with the German brother Frisco Morgan.
Your DJ is Joseph. Every Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. with
the undiluted gospel mixer on KLAS FM 89, the station of the star.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
So they can.
No, it was not get what I said. In other words, based on my interpretation of the rules, Rashid McDonald's appeal for an exemption is null and void. Completely null and void. Because he wasn't top 3 in the world at the time of the championship.
But the problem that you're not understanding doing Orville is that you have to meet a standard to get to the champion.
But Sean is telling us now about Zidane Barnes.
Well, he was out of the top 3, so it's discretion again with him.
No, but him finished 6th in the trial. So for me...
No, but the only persons who are guaranteed to go to the championship based on what you do at your trial is top 3 and making the standard.
Fine, but so I'm saying somebody who competed at the trial.
Yes.
Finished 6th, but he already has the qualifying time.
He's not automatic. That's what I'm understanding.
But that person have to be ahead of
why?
Of Rashid McDonald.
Because the rule eliminates Rashid McDonald.
Because the rule eliminates you.
But you want to carry your best athlete.
No, man, I want different things. Whether the selection policy makes sense or not is a different thing. But the selection policy tell me, say, you will say you
no,
want
but does the selection policy tell you that if you come sixth and make the standard, then you are the next thing?
The selection policy says Rashid McDonald's exemption, asking for exemption, is null and void.
Right, because he wasn't top three at the
You're
time.
not top three. So everybody else who make the qualifying time is either you.
Okay.
That's my argument.
But it's still based on discretion.
Not based on how the rules are written.
What if he did not send in a medical exemption, but he's tearing up the track? So there's not a third person with the standard, and he's tearing up the track. No medical exemption was sent in. What do you then do?
Yeah, are the rules?
No, man, fine, but the rules are there. So you interpret the rule or you're interpreting no.
Yes.
But they say nobody meet the third place standard. Nobody have the third.
No, man, but what Sean is telling us, the top two have the qualifying standard.
Yes.
Zidane Barnes.
No, but I'm saying, what if he did not? What if there was nobody else with the standard, but then McDonald is tearing up the track?
No, man, if there's nobody else with the standard, then there's nobody with the standard.
So we disregard the rule at that point in time?
No, it wouldn't be disregarding the rule. Clearly, three people, if you don't have the standard, you can't go.
So there you go.
But I'm saying, once people meet the standard and competed at the track, then...
But the person who was outside of the top three, if going by what this person is not automatic.
But Rashid McDonald,
they will decide.
Is automatic?
They will decide.
Me willing to argue so this rule, this rule as it is, eliminated. All right, who we have? David.
Yes, Orville. How about?
What you say, my boss? Turn on the noise behind you. Turn on the noise behind you.
I'm going to some quiet. Since we made the argument about Timmy Jackson to Pat Cummins, a lot of prominent man I said the same thing when I say, so I come back with the argument.
Which argument?
Timmy Jackson too timid, including our ball spinner.
Ah, okay. You were saying your argument was that he was being defensive. That was what I was arguing.
And the defense is a part of timidness, man.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, man.
Not the same thing.
Mark Taylor said the same thing.
No,
said the same thing.
No, boss.
Butcher, all of them are beat him.
They didn't say he was being defensive. That is the word I'm contesting, my boss.
You contest the defensive.
Yes. The defensive. Whether he was timid, whether he was good, whether those are not the words I'm contesting. He was not being defensive when him not bowling. He was bowling bowlers who him think could have get out people.
Yeah.
So he wasn't being defensive.
They make a mistake and still play the spinner.
Well, we don't know yet.
You don't know yet. The spinner should have played it and then give him opportunity to bowl.
Me nah knock it.
You know knock it?
No. I could see how the test match unfold.
Oh, you say economics to P&Bill.
Yeah, man.
You see when the economics call Orville and the women there I run to the radio. Wilson. What I say yes, Wilson.
How good do I know?
I know. Years.
How good do I know? Right, Freddie. Yeah.
So call you man and tell you something good boy you said.
Well, I would knock me too, you never know how Wilson that.
All right, Orville.
Big up yourself. All right, Evangelist, how you do, sir?
Greetings and salutations.
Greetings and salutations to you, sir.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
All right, my scripture for today is Mark 16:16. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved.
All right. Hallelujah.
I checked on some of the things that the quarter of the year said, and I was waiting to hear how long it's going to take you to ramble out that argument, because I'm saying, where is the quarter of the year going with this theory of trying to, of sportsmen, black sportsmen especially, being in danger? Because I was waiting to hear him back it up with some facts, and I think he was clutching at straws, and I don't know where to come up with this. Ridiculous, because I've never heard him come up. I've heard worse things said on the program, not necessarily by him, but
in Bramble Pana one the evangelist. You're afraid to say it? Man. Yeah, man, you can't say it.
Yeah, man. It's in Bramble. I may say, boy, that one is so serious. But the Caster Semenya, I'm looking on, because I said, Caster Semenya, not even recognized, probably not in the top 10 Number one. What source? What's my source?
Yeah, no. Me did kind of doubt when that should be the richest female athlete.
I said it to him. I find that difficult to believe.
Not even the top 10. That's what I was looking for. Well, you see in both it's that number one. It's
No, he said female, though.
Oh, he said female.
Yes.
Oh, I think I have. What is now? Alexa Felix at 8 million. I think somebody must be above her. Ashton.
No, man, you bramble out the man point and him come back from bramble you know, Evan.
I didn't hear the female.
No, man, a female, let me say.
Yes.
A female, and specifically say. All right. I was there Googling her specifically.
So the top 10 where you have are all males?
No, man, females among them.
Is Alex Felix? May I say something on something? I know.
Yeah, man.
So on that list, where is Caster?
She not on the top 10.
And there are females in that 10.
Yes.
Alex Felix and Shelley Fraser is in the top 10. It's Bolt, Tyson Gay, Carl Lewis, Asafa Powell, Daniel Bailey, Huan Blake, Mohammed Mufara.
Yeah, those are the names.
Alex Felix, Shelley Fraser, Justin Gatlin.
Huan Blake in the top 10 money earner in a track and field?
Yes.
Say God no.
He did well for himself. He has done well for himself.
I mean, Johan.
Yeah.
So based on this list, then she couldn't be number one. I found it difficult.
If there are other females in the top 10 and she's not there, she couldn't be number one.
And she's not there.
It's difficult for you to be brilliant in the 100 meters over a long period of time and somebody from the 800 meter richer than you.
Especially when your career has been stalled for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're saying some of the criteria are winning major championships, Olympic World Championship, highly placed, and the Diamond League, winning it, for example, and endorsements. And to the best of my knowledge, Caster Semenya are really there. No way.
You know what would make a really nice debate? Should Caster Semenya be allowed to compete? At the big events, the World Dance and the Olympic, them, if it is
as
a woman.
As what, Orville?
No, her body produces testosterone naturally, you know.
Yeah.
She never inject herself or take no tablet.
Yes.
So she came down with those natural advantages.
Yes.
Should she be allowed to compete?
Among the men?
Among women, because she...
Among women?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it could be argued both ways, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. She not do nothing. She come out. She was born like that.
Yeah.
And the fact that she has advantages over other women is clear. But those are natural advantages.
Yeah.
Should that stop her from competing as a woman? It's a good debate.
It is. But they're saying they will allow her to compete at 400. She has to drop it down from there.
Some other event. Or take testosterone diminishing medication.
What is that? Is that a steroid?
Steroid?
No, man, I'm asking.
No, they want her to take things that lower the testosterone level in her body.
So a drug she will take to come down.
And basically she has said she don't do that. She knows why she would do that, because her body produces it natural.
Yes. But she has not really been competitive over the last season or so.
No, because they're not allowing her to compete unless she take the thing for
and she categorically not taking
she not depend on that.
Okay. All right, last one not least, the Greenwood. So I was reasoning along the same line like the earlier caller. Why, if you're not going to re-sign the young man, you're stalling his career. In my mind, if they wanted to, they would have just run past as soon as he was freed. Say Mendy, as soon as he was freed, somebody signed him up, boom. Just like that. So if they really wanted to use him, just look past that. The courts freed him, although he says should drop the charges, and not necessarily the court system did thorough investigation and found him free. Right. I can appreciate that. But if you're interested enough, and because you can market a player, you can kill a career with media in so many ways, or you can revamp it in so many ways. If they wanted him, they could put him back on and win the crowd back over to him, playing in some practice games, etc., etc. But they're really mashing up this young man's career, and I think they should have let him go.
They are the ones that is mashing up his career?
No, man, by holding him back. He already made some bad decisions. I can appreciate that. That led to this. Because even today you mentioned that audio tapes are there.
Yes.
Suggesting that he did some bad thing. But I'm saying, if you have sufficient doubt, you basically, with the doubt, it's guilt you're putting on him, That's basically my interpretation of that.
Well, those
they're confident enough to
those
sign him back.
the clubs at that level, them like to look at them image, and the image is very important to them, you know.
I know. I can't.
So they want to make it seem as if they are looking into it. Even if they take him back, they want to say, "Listen, we looked into it. We did an investigation."
Yeah.
Are they going to say, "Listen, we're not going to keep you," whichever way?
Because as soon as I heard the charges, you two said the club disassociated them.
But he's still being paid his salary, though, you know.
Yes, but that is one thing. But there are some players that are just hungry for the game he wants to play. He's fighting at the
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, man. Let him go, man. Make somebody else to give him no one.
All right. Fear. They need to deal with it quickly. I understand. Yeah, man.
Evangelist, big up yourself, sir.
God bless you.
All right. We'll take a break. We're coming.
Health Alert is sponsored by the National Health Fund. NHF is here for health. NHF is here for you.
Use bleach. Diluted household bleach solutions can be used if appropriate for the surface. Never mix household bleach with ammonia or any other cleanser. Unexpired household bleach will be effective against coronaviruses when properly diluted. Prepare a bleach solution by mixing.
Health Alert is sponsored by the National Health Fund. NHF is here for health. NHF is here for you. The Scoreboard, Mondays to Fridays, one of the best sports programs on radio. The Scoreboard features informative, investigative, and hard-hitting sports discussions with top-quality guests. Join us 5 to 6 p.m. with our A-list hosts as we inform and entertain. That's The Scoreboard, Mondays to Fridays, 5 to 6 p.m.
It's now time for Anybet Tips, presented by Anybet, your best bet.
Alrighty then, we're looking at the Copa Sudamericana, and we're talking about Botafogo. They play against Poratano Parana FC, and the odds of a Botafogo, they are home team in this one, to win is $1.31, easy money. The odds of a draw, if you think that the Parana team will hold on, is $4.90. If you feel like there will be a major upset, if you're one of those bettors who say, listen, I have a gut feeling that something major will happen in this encounter, then that's $8. But for me, Botafogo to get the job done at an easy $1.31 at home in that one. We now go to the Brazilian Serie B, and we're talking about Kunanense versus Marasalo FC. The odds of a Kunanense win, and they're the home team, is $2.16. The odds of a draw is $3.20. The odds of a Marasalo win is $3.50. And this one for me will end in a draw. So $3.20 for the draw and result in that one, and Botafogo to win $1.31. Put them together. That's a nice odds. Put a 10-pack on it and make some money.
Anybet Tips was presented by Anybet, your best bet.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back, and it's Yaba Day. Big up Yaba, the Sunshine JA album. Some nice track on it. Yes, if you like nice music like this, you will have one or two tracks that definitely you like, because me like up-tempo dancehall music and them stuff. I like two of the tracks. And I'm going to play my favorite one off the track, brought to you by HK Paints as well, for people who dream in color. This one with Anne-Marie, Tomorrow Night.
Tomorrow night will be our night for loving. Yes, tomorrow night hold you close and tell you that I love you. I love you. You hold me tight and tell me you are mine. Tomorrow night, I'll hold you close, my darling. And squeeze you tight and tell you of my love. Yes, tomorrow night we'll be all night together. Tomorrow night we'll be on time for love. Tonight it's just a dance, a touch of glass, romance to follow. Pretending we're just friends until we meet again tomorrow. Tonight it's just a dance, a touch of glass, romance to follow. Pretending we're just friends until we meet again tomorrow. Tomorrow night will be our night for loving. Yes, tomorrow night will be our time for love. And so tonight I'll hold you and I'll lose you.
Yeah, man. Tomorrow night is one of my favorite tracks on the Sunshine J album.
Yeah, man. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns as well for people who dream in color.
All right.
Who's this? Prince Green.
Prince Green.
Another track and field guru.
Yeah, the man them.
Yes.
What you say?
6 races on for the weekend that came on a spark. My boss says Patrick still him not happy because the man them should have hold them all day. But some of the other trainer them still. Them really not see where him did I see and what other person that advice him did I see in terms of the difference in terms of number. I guess they probably can blame the betting game in the Lottery Commission in terms of them coming out back now after the number of them is provide initially did wrong. But the whole thing kind of spooky still, because it look like Supreme Venture overpay for the amount of tax for them supposed to pay, because them pay tax for the 6.5.
Some breeze on your phone, Prince Green.
Breeze on my phone?
Yeah.
I took up on the beach, you know. Come go up.
Man, I live life, man.
In the middle of the week, on the beach.
No, man, sometimes you have to carry your desk, laptop and do some work on the beach.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, man, now you better know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it
not
can
great,
go.
but it can go. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man, now move further away. Yeah, so that was the main contention of the whole thing. Even though me think that initially the whole thing is spooky, because now follow this whole thing from in a March, you know, because me see Christopher Berry, he's one of the principals for Mayberry, right? I think he was the chairman. Yeah, he was the chairman. And he tweet something on Twitter about another prominent figure in the racing industry. And the prominent figure misunderstand numbers, right? They must say the person call him and then break down the numbers. Basically that I get from it. But the person not really believe the numbers. So I guess I just say it there. Anyway, track and field.
Yeah.
Orville.
Yes, sir.
You know, say, when we check the rules, right? It comes down to this question, you know, even though, you know, say Powell rank 48 in the world, and now I look for it, right?
What comes down to this question?
Hold on, I'm sorry to that. Powell rank 48 in the world, them can still care Powell, you know?
I am saying.
Yes, for ranking.
No, you said what is it comes down to this question. You said it comes down to this question. What you
if them not care Javon Powell, right? And them pick somebody else, right?
Javon Powell finished so much?
He finished third.
And he doesn't have the qualifying time.
No, but he ranked 48. And then just I realized some of the American people them are ranking front time. Now they're able to go because America can only carry 3 persons. So I'm going to move up in the ranking. You understand?
No, man, but what does ranking have to do with it? If our trials him not make the if him don't
now,
make the qualifying time, why it matter him ranking?
If you don't qualify by time, you can qualify by ranking too, based on IWF rule.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, well, throw something in the mix now.
But J3 rules say top 3 at the trial is guaranteed selection on the basis of them meeting the qualifying standard, and them can prove for them fit after they meet the qualifying standard.
Competitive fitness.
Correct. So, based on J3 rule, him in the discretionary list too. So 4 people in the discretionary list right now. Him, the youth name Barnes, Big Boy, and a youth from American name, Raheem, something another way. We want to switch over to Jamaica. But the Raheem youth never met the finals. I remember seeing him in the finals. Barnes met the final and finished 6th. Javon Powell finished 3rd, but he made the on the farm, and Big Boy dropped 3 sub-45 since here.
How is Big Boy part of the conversation? What in the rules allow that? That is the
because based on the rules, only 2 persons qualify based on the rule. Number 1 and number 2.
Wasn't Zidane Barnes who finished 6th? Doesn't he have the qualifying time?
Yeah, but not the rule said the number 6 automatically qualifies. So it comes down to the selection committee for the final.
The selection committee cannot select somebody who were not at the trials, my boss.
But says who? And he was in the trial.
No. He didn't compete at the trials.
He competed at the trial. He just never got the semi-finals and the finals.
Him not qualified for the final.
Question though. Is it different if you decide not to come at the trials at all?
No, the rules basically say who finished what at the trial.
No, what? No,
yeah,
I'm talking about for the musical exemption rule.
Yeah.
What if I'm not coming to the trial at trials at all? Maybe that's the rule that gets you. You know, if you don't come at all and you're not in the top 3, well, we don't bother with you. But if you come and run and then get injured,
once you're in the top 3, dog.
Now, what if you get injured during the trial?
If you're not in the top 3, dog, eat your supper.
But all I know, Orville.
So there's no medical exemption if you're brilliant at the trial and then you can't make the fight, you're injured.
Unless you're in the top 3 in the world.
All I know, Orville. Right?
Yeah.
There's nothing in J3 rule where say you have to come trials to get selected for the national team. Nothing. Because me know at least when you come to trials, I still get selected for the national team.
The rule doesn't say you have to come to trials?
No, so come on, tell Kemar Campbell to come trial, even though I'm alone do this stand. But
hold on. Did Kemar Campbell send in a medical exemption?
Bad man, Kemar Campbell alone qualified.
No, man, no bad man.
If you said in a medical exemption.
No, man, no bad man, though.
There's only one time in history I can remember Jamaica had the opportunity to send 3 at least. I sent 2, and when they made a fight to discuss youth, when they come out and they bar on TV. Remember him again?
Dads.
Yeah, man. That's the only time.
Big man, when me look, hold on now.
Yes.
I'm looking at the selection criteria now. You know what the very first paragraph said?
Yes.
What it say?
Me want you read it.
I read the very first paragraph.
Athletes must compete in national championship unless an exemption has been granted by the J3.
So in the East, not in that
fine. So you compete and he asks for an exemption. The exemption only is considered if you are top 3 in the world.
You know, it kind of sounds tricky, Orville. What type of exemption? Because he came to the trials and competed and then got injured. You know,
it no matter if you're
it's not different.
No, if you're top 3 in the world, then we will say, boy, you did injured. If you're outside of the top 3, it no count.
Maybe that's if you can't come at all.
No, man.
But they don't matter if you came and got injured.
Orville, it's tough today, no man. Because look here.
What tough with me right now?
All right, no top 3 guarantee a spot as long as they meet the qualifying time. Number 3
And
never
you
meet the
maintain
qualifying time, which means them have all right to pick anybody else they want to pick. There's nothing in the rule where speak to that, in terms of who them are going to pick next, So you can't say them are going to pick number 6. You can't say them are going to pick the semi-final.
All athletes must compete at the national championship.
All right, you compete at the national championship, but even then,
and unless you are in the top 3 in the world, medical exemption don't work.
Mark that question.
That rule out Big Boy for me.
If Barnes and Big Boy never compete at a national championship, and the youth name Eels or Wemwani never compete at a national championship, are 2 people will offend?
No. I am saying based on what the rule is. Yes, you have a man will come 6th who have the qualifying time.
But nothing in the rule says number 6 guarantee a spot.
Well, nothing in the rule says that you can apply for exemption if you're not in the top 3 in the world.
Come down to the
and to me, that rule trumps everything else.
I hear the question.
Yeah.
So what if Big Boy didn't bring in any medical exemption? So he got injured, he didn't compete at the trial.
Him can't compete.
Could he make the team any other way?
No.
So we do have 3 people with the standard. He makes the standard. Couldn't he go? Doesn't the rule allow that?
Based on the rules, me not say how that.
It does. Because J3 is now to find a 3rd person with the standard.
You see, my thing is, he sent in an exemption.
No, fine, I'm saying, what if...
When that exemption is no longer.
Maybe he didn't need to send it.
Yeah, but Orville, you still have missed the point everybody has to You still have missed the point everybody has to If the 3rd spot, the person finished 3rd,
there was somebody in that championship
who nothing in the rule will say.
The same rule that you're talking about.
The rule says you must compete at the championship.
So the man will compete at the championship.
The rule says you ask for exemption. If you're not top 3, it won't be considered.
But here why the rule flawed.
No. You're arguing that the rule is flawed. I am probably arguing the same thing. And the straight rule may work with it.
Did you and Blake compete at the championship?
Yes.
So you and Blake do a fast start and Ghana, and a man run an entire 400-meter race. I say even not compete at the championship.
I am talking about the rule. Hey, you know, I make it sound like me. I am not arguing whether or not I would pick the man. Listen what me I argue. The J3 is selection policy. Me, Orville Higgins, me one of the fastest people them go represent me.
So we interpret the policy, man.
The policy says that we will allow you an exemption if at the time of the championship you are in the top 3 in the world.
Oh, we're not talking about exemption, my boss. We're not talking about overall. It comes down to them have a choice now to pick between 3 people who have the qualifying time and 1 person have the ranking. So it comes down to discretion now. Who them go with? That's the thing now. Not talk about what in the policy, because the selection criteria don't state who them for go with in
the selection criteria rule out anybody who not in top 3 we ask for exemption.
Yeah, we understand that. But what I want...
we understand that part.
Find the rule.
Oh, you select the 3rd person.
Yeah, if there's no one...
If there's a 3rd person in that championship with the qualifying time...
No, what if there isn't?
The argument done.
No, what if there isn't? How do you pick that person now? What the rules do? Which rule does that?
That will be a different argument.
Yes, it means you might not need an exemption.
As the rule is,
so it means that you might not need an exemption in Orville. So maybe you can just forget about the exemption and just. If there's no 3rd qualifying time, I'm in the qualifying time.
But in other case where people are at the championship qualifying.
No, but that's not what you're arguing about. You're arguing about the
exemption.
The exemption.
The exemption null and void.
Yes, but maybe you can still go even without an exemption. In other cases.
Not based on how the rule.
I say at this point, it's between a man of the last race him run a 46.21 and next man of the last race him run a 44.03. So you must know who you want. The man who does 44 look like he might improve. I
am not arguing on the merits or the lack thereof of the policy. Get that down ahead. I would probably want McDonald here as well. I'm saying based on the selection policy, is he whatever eligible. Yes, and based on what I see, so I don't. All right.
My name is to talk about it, but Pioneer Sunday.
Tomorrow. All right. Big up Prince. Take a break.
Man tight, more value.
Richard, take a catch up myself.
Justice to catch up users.
Yeah! Justice! Hey! What a problem? I'm gonna get up my answer. Problem solved. Chance to be able to get up. Don't follow me, look up. Don't joke with chance to be able to catch up. Richer, thicker, and more affordable.
What's up, Sports Desk Massive? It's the new and improved. What you say? Can't stop to make a call. Well, you can still add your 2 cents by sending in WhatsApp messages or voice notes to 876-828-0925. What you say? During the Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m. Sponsored by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Listeners, Orville, I'm watching a report. You know that Kylian Mbappe says he's not going to resign, so he's going to leave when his contract expires next summer.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying when Paris Saint-Germain allow him to leave for free, so they should sell him. So they're saying the president going to meet with him tomorrow.
The president of the club or
the club? The president of the club.
Okay.
Will meet with him tomorrow. The reporter said at a £250 million new training ground. The man him grow training ground for like £250 million. And people are suffering. Life no fear. All right, we have no Royal.
Yeah, man.
Big up. Good afternoon.
Where's the Royal?
Zidane, we good enough.
Yes.
I have to be in and out of the vehicle, but I heard you talking about the rules that is required to the trial. The rule, what the rule says, first 3 pass the post?
Yes.
All right, but I'm assuming that the first 3, provided that the first 3 makes the qualifying time.
Right.
Have the qualifying time. So in a case, in my mind, in a case where one person didn't make it, or somebody who fell outside of the top 3, now run that time. I don't want to think that it is the discretion of the selector.
No, man, but there's the person who finished 5th or 6th in the final has the qualifying time. You know?
No, the person finished 5th or 6th, then they would get a chance over the. Well, hold on. But there's nothing in the rule to say that if you come 4th or 5th, you qualify above the man that comes 6th.
No. The reason why them said top 3 past the post is meritocracy. You know that who in that final, the ones who did best at the final are the ones going to be considered.
Good.
Because in order to make 1, 2, 3, you have to make the final. So clearly they are giving the people who make the final priority over those who don't.
That's true.
Right. So number 3 or 4 don't have the qualifying time, but number 5 or 6 does. Yeah. Clearly that person, based on logic, has to be considered over a man who's sending a medical exemption who wasn't in the top 3, in other words. Now, should we be considering that man who run him 44.03? Maybe we should.
Yeah.
But are the rules written in a way to make him ineligible? I'm arguing yes.
I don't think so.
Because the rule says his medical exemption was null and void to begin with.
Well, first and foremost, his medical exemption is not going to get him there because he wasn't top 3. He wasn't top 3 at the time.
Well, that's the question I'm asking now,
Yes.
Because we understand what Orville is saying with the rule that he makes his letter null and void. But can he be eligible some other way?
Well,
is there another rule that allows him to
based on the written, you must be at trial.
Oh.
Or you must send in a medical exemption. But that medical exemption has to be valid.
Okay.
Good. So outside of a medical, outside of a 1, 2, 3 ranking at the time of the trial, his medical exemption is
they have to fix that rule because they're fortunate now that somebody else in the final
have the
qualifying time.
So my point is, if your rule is you must compete at trials, or you send in a medical exemption, and your medical exemption is on the basis of you being top 3 at the time of the trials, then if you are not top 3 at the time of the trials when you're sending your medical exemption, that now is null and void.
Yeah, that is null and void. It's whatever time you come, it's whatever time you run since the trial. Well, as a matter of fact, if you weren't at a trial in the first place, it shouldn't make you eligible because you weren't
top three at the time of the trial. So you understand the thing what me I say about.
Yeah.
Sean and Zidane no say eye to eye.
No, we understand. No man, we understand what you're saying.
I understand, but you don't agree.
No, I'm just trying to look at another way where he could be eligible. No, I understand. You're sticking to say, listen, the rule, based on how the rule is written, he's out. He can't come with a letter, an exemption letter.
Not if you're outside it.
Yeah, but I'm saying because there's a window. Could he be eligible another way? And you're saying based on
there's no window if you can't find 3 people at the trials
with the standard. Then he should be out.
Then by that ruling,
then why didn't they
medical exemption?
Why are they making it an option for the?
Who said there's an option?
That's what Prince Green was saying. That when you come outside the top 3, they consider not whatever.
Which part said that?
Well, no, I'm asking to find that aspect of the rule.
But hold on there. Remember, in order to run at the trial, if you're not ranked 1, 2, or 3, all right. Only a medical exemption alone will allow.
No, man, we are past that, Carl. What we are trying to ascertain now is that. Listen up.
If you were at the trial.
No, listen to Royal, man. We're going past that part, man. We all agree on that part. We're saying now, what if you come outside the top 3 and you make the qualifying standard? Does that know you are the automatic person that should be there? Does the rule state that? That's what we're trying to find out now.
The rule, I think, if precedents to run at
the trial.
If you're outside of the top 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
No, Royal, man. So remember, you have to have a standard as well, to meet, So if
hold on.
No, the question is asking, Royal. Since
providing that those 1, 2, 3 meet the time in the qualifying time.
Right. Yeah, but if 1, 2, 3, if somebody from that 1, 2, 3 does not make the qualifying time, then who gets precedent for that third spot?
Someone
and I'm arguing that it has to be somebody who made the final
at the trial.
Who was at the trial. Because the person who was not at the trial gave a medical exemption that, for me, is not null. Is null and void.
The rule doesn't state that. But Sean is saying the rule doesn't state that. That's what I'm trying to find.
The rule states that medical exemption must only be considered for 1, 2, 3. If you're not 1, 2, 3, then the rules don't protect you.
Yeah, we get that. Now, does the rule state that if somebody who came 6 that meets the standard?
I get what I'm saying.
No, we do. Orville. You don't understand what me ask now,
Hold on.
Can't give.
So Rashid is out based on him not the top 3 with the medical exemption. Yeah. So we are trying to find out.
Royal.
All right. But in this 1, 2, 3 have to do with your ranking before even the trial?
No, man. 1, 2, 3 is placing at the trial.
No, man. You heard that?
No. You mean for medical exemption?
Yeah.
Before the trial.
You must be 1, 2, 3 in the world.
Thank you very much.
At the time of the championship.
Good.
So if at the time of the championship you're not 1, 2, 3, you are exempt.
Exempted.
You're not to be considered.
You're not. You're not.
So once 3 other people come to the trial and met the qualifying time, they have to take precedence over you.
No, does the rule state that, Orville?
The rule have to state that explicitly.
Well, you need to get because you're sticking to the rule as it wording. You have to find out the rule for.
The rule say you must compete at the trial.
We get how that.
And the rule say if you're not compete at the trial, you must be giving a medical
But what
exemption.
I want to know, what does the rule say that if you make the standard but you came 8 in the final, and the top 3, one of the top 3 does not make the qualifying standard, are you the next person automatically? That's what I want to know if the rule states that. That's all I want to know. And then the argument done. So the man have to just go in.
I not think the rule would address
it. Yeah, because if the rule address it like that in the argument.
No, man, the rule how they address it. Like.
There you go. So
right.
That's why we're discussing.
Yeah.
I would want to think that the rule allowed now the committee to select.
That's why we're having a discussion. It means that he could be in.
I don't see how the committee can go for somebody who did not make the final.
If he's brilliant, if he's better than the other person who came here.
No, man, you weren't at the trial.
Because, Orville, let me ask a question.
Yes.
So, someone who finished 1, 2, 3, drop off a farm.
1, 2, 3 in ranking or in placing?
At the trial. All right? Made the qualifying time, but just lose farm and lose a drop off. Now I run nothing after that.
They can take him out.
They are talking that you have to have competitive fitness, but that now go happen to none of the big guys.
I mean,
that will you think say if Shelley and Fraser
hold on.
Run 13 seconds. Them can stop her from run.
Well, no. The big horse, no, that's not going to the big horse.
Then that means all
right.
If Bolt now run 1 race after trial, Bolt will compete at the Olympics. This competitive fitness where you have to maintain is just a way to give them a little.
Come with.
Then that means tell you.
Yeah.
And then pull it off from Peter Gay in a Sydney 2000. Draw for that competitive something. But the medical exemption is really to protect the big horses in my boss.
Yeah, that's true because
and I'm saying at the time of the World Championship, Rashid was not a big horse.
No,
So it not protect you.
No, it not protect him.
Then that's for me, you know. That's the argument done, you know. The thing about exemption, medical exemption, and them say, listen, top 3 is a way to give the J3s an outlet for pick the big horse them if them come a trial and injured, you know. Now at the time of the trial, McDonald was not considered a big horse.
So medical exemption doesn't go for him.
The medical exemption don't go for him. Some of them know why he was asking for it in the first place.
I don't know, but now that him run a good, him run some good
because
time.
Emotionally connected to the 4403.
No, well, I mean,
I am saying based on how the rule is written, he shouldn't send in an exemption in the first place.
I think him a go do.
The J3 should say based on our own ruling, there's no point sending in an exemption number.
Yeah.
The rule catch you.
Make him know you consider now to make the phone.
All right, Royal.
All right, cool break.
Big up. Yeah. I will take a break. We're coming back.
For all your genuine and OEM BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, and Mini Cooper auto parts, come to German Auto Parts and Service Center. Our service center is second to none. Call 876-929-1435. The time by German Auto Parts and Service Center, everything that is German, is 3:30. It's now time for Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, Edgechem, Any Bet, and Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill.
Former England and Liverpool midfielder Steven Gerrard has been named manager of Saudi Arabian side Al Ettifaq. The 43-year-old had said in June he had been invited over to the country to look at the potential offer, but that he would not be taking it up. Now, Gerrard has signed a 2-year contract with the Saudi club. That is Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-929-9146 and in Maypen. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Any Bet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly. At Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill, celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes.
Be the envy of neighbors and friends. Fill your house with exceptional home decor from Carmen's Collection, located at 112 Constant Spring Road. Satisfy your desire with stunning and luxurious furnishing and accessories. Visit our showroom at 112 Constant Spring Road. Revel in trending items and immerse yourself in comfort. Pleasure your eyes and senses. Seeing is believing. Open Mondays to Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Carmen's Collection, your place for exceptional decor.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers pride themselves in being professionals in the field of insurance broking, claim settlement, and risk management services for over 35 years. We offer a wide range of insurance services including motor, property, liability, accident, life, and international health for individuals and companies at competitive rates. Call 926-3572 or visit 7.5 Haining Road, Kingston 5 or shop number 3, James Plaza, Mandeville. Call 625-6804 or visit online spectrumjamaica.com. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards.
Win over $1 million in cash and prizes in the Yummy Summer Competition. Purchase any 4 of your favorite Yummy pastry. Write your name and number on your receipt. Send in with your Yummy salesman or drop off at the nearest supermarket or Yummy agency. 28 weekly prizes, 4 winners every week, plus grand draw August 28th for a laptop. $60,000, $30,000, plus a Yummy basket and back-to-school vouchers. Grand prize, a family weekend for 4 at the Holiday Inn. It's the Yummy Summer Competition, authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. Listen, let me just advise that Orville has stepped out for a little while. I think he will be back shortly. In the meantime, we'll go back online, Asta. Hello?
Hello.
St. Diego.
Good day, Zidane.
Wait.
Hello.
Yes, man, I'm hearing you.
You're hearing me? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard what you said about Orville. And it's the one that's never sees, Because I was gonna greet him with a comment that his argument today is quite sound, Today's one I'm better days. Most profound today. Yes, as he said, McDonald's application for exemption based on illness.
Based on the wording of the rule.
Eh?
Based on the wording of the rule, you're saying it's null and void.
It will be absolutely redundant, as Orville is saying.
Yes.
Because you can only apply for an exemption, as Orville said, if you're in the top 3 ranked in the world.
As the rule states.
No, nothing wrong with him, with young McDonald sending him things still, because more information is all the better,
Yeah, but what you know what I'm wondering though, St. Diego?
You ask a question, I'll just talk about wondering. You ask a question, if a man plays 8, having the time...
Met the qualifying standard, yes, but he finished 8.
And 2 other people have the qualifying time.
Is he now automatically the one that goes to
the answer is no. The only automatic thing comes in if you place 1, 2, 3.
And you have the qualifying standard.
And have the qualifying time. So even if you have a qualifying time, you better find yourself 1, 2, 3.
Oh, so they could still carry Rashid McDonald over this fellow who finished 6th.
Exactly. So Rashid's application is, again, I come back to Orville. Orville is correct. But the application, nothing wrong with him sending in it.
Yeah.
It's redundant. But the selectors will know that, boy, this man running sick,
He was injured at the time of the trial.
Right. So him tell her before the race that him not going to run well. But because he's not 1, 2, 3 in the world, he must show up. You see?
Oh, and he did.
He asked, if you're sick, you're salt.
I think they dealt with it smartly. I think his camp, they did the right thing.
By sending in the application.
By sending in the application, yes?
Yes. Because, it's sort of give him a
yeah, man, as long as the selection committee is the one that will determine who gets that 3rd spot. If the 3rd place individual doesn't meet the standard, then he did the right thing. He did the smart thing.
Because if a man run 8, they could even argue that boy that man can never do the time. Him have a qualifying time, but then he can never do it again,
Yes.
And might say that it months ago or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So Rashid, yes, he did it the right thing. And offhand, I would think he in the pecking order, he might be ahead of a man who plays 6 with although that man have a, especially if the 6th place time was particularly poor.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man. You can convey me thing to Orville, because,
Yes, all right.
Man say me always appreciate him.
Yeah, man.
And economists, you see, in things like accounts and maths and econ, we have to be precise,
Yes.
If economists say that, what do you say? Shellyan, sorry. He mentioned, Shellyan was the 5th richest athlete. Well, track athlete he was referring to.
Yes, female.
Female track and field.
Yes.
When I say richest, for instance, we notice now that you realize with Alison Felix and Shellyan Fraser. Well, Shellyan is Shellyan.
Yes.
With Alison Felix, we said Samina was number 1.
They said Casta Samina was number 1.
Right, and she's not in that list you have with Felix and Fraser.
No.
So she at best is number 3 then.
Yes.
Hi, San Diego. By the way, I'm back.
Yes, Orville.
Yes.
Yeah, at best Shellyan is Samina would be number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Richest female.
Yes.
Track and field athlete. Behind Felix and Shellyan Fraser. So we need to clarify that. But another thing which economists need to clarify is you're talking about earnings. Earnings from the track is different from just being rich overall. Come on,
yes. Look at Mate Flamini, for example. You remember that Arsenal player? Yes. He not really earn a lot of money from being a footballer.
Because we know Tendo can make a bag of money, and most of it is not from paying weight for that,
Yes.
Endorsements.
Right. People can invest in various things. a man in person parent can own half of Africa. So you're born rich.
Yes.
So which is different.
Yeah,
from
there's
you.
another footballer who I think his father, his parents are a prince of some country.
Exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
yes,
So
yes.
Completely.
But it
so
completely do.
Not really.
No.
But in that regard.
I'm saying everybody else who met the qualifying time, who was at the trials, have to be considered ahead.
No, the rule doesn't state that.
Not
though.
necessarily though.
Yeah, the rule doesn't state that.
If they run 1, 2, 3.
That's if you run 1, 2, 3. They're
San
saying,
Diego.
If you have the qualifying time, you present yourself at the trial.
The reason why them say 1, 2, 3 at the trials are automatic, is
Right.
because them hold the trials as the number one selection criteria.
Exactly, Orville.
So
a man
if
runs